fantasy. Are you coming with me? Meet my fantasy.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Purple Trail Pod. We got a debate going on tonight between me and my boy Rob here. Shout out to my boy Just Jerry in the chat. What's up, bro? Shout out to Michael Metroke in the chat. Shout out to my #1 mod. I appreciate you, Michael. Fool added me on Instagram this week. That shit was crazy. I've been talking to Michael for 2 years, and he finally added me on Instagram. Took 2 years for you to add me, bro. But no, guys, tonight it's going to be fun. Rob, go ahead and let them know where they can find you. Like, what do you do, bro?
Hey, my name is Rob. I am the founder and CEO of an AI dating assistant app called Wingman.live. It's basically a fully featured AI dating coach, and it's uncensored, unlike ChatGPT or any of the big models. You can use it like a chat bot, just talk to it, and it's trained on the best dating coach and whatever seduction data there is. You can put your dating profile into it. It rates all your pics, tells you what's good, what's bad, and it'll tell you, look at all the pics together and tell you what you need to round out in your profile. Like too many selfies, put someone with your friends. So you can find me on my personal account is a joke name. It's called Ladies of Reddit. And everyone thinks I'm being serious because now I do dating stuff. But no, it started as like a stupid joke because it's like Ladies of Reddit. What do you think of a gamer gentleman? Like, anyway, my work or the Wingman Twitter account is just Wingman Live. So yeah, give me a follow there. I post there a lot. And so yeah, now we're discussing the idea. Do women want to be approached by men, like romantically? I say pretty emphatically yes. First and foremost, the stats on this are straightforward. 74% of women below age 26 want to be approached more. 77% of women age 18 to 30 want to be approached more. And 68% of women 31 through 40 want to be approached more. And this only starts to tilt towards most of them saying, no, I don't want to be approached more, when they're already in middle age. When they're in their 40s, probably married, so on and so forth. And they're not in the dating pool anyway. So young women do want to be approached more. They self-report this. And I think that I think Sergio would agree that there is a male loneliness crisis. But maybe a spillover effect from this, maybe something else. There's also a female loneliness crisis. It's less pronounced because dating is just obviously easier for women, but the gap isn't huge. There's a psychiatrist who gave a prompt in a poll. It was, have you ever felt a profound and enduring sense of unhappiness, uneasiness, and discontent about your singlehood? 55% of men said yes, which is kind of predictable, but 45% of women said yes as well, which that actually surprised me. But it makes sense given the stats that I just rattled off about how women do wish they were approached more. Because if you look at another stat, 45% of Gen Z men are too afraid to make an approach, which naturally leads women wanting to be approached more because just women are more passive and less outgoing than men are in this kind of social regard. So, and of course, this doesn't mean that every woman wants to be approached all the time by every kind of man. That would be crazy. It's more like the metaphor we could use is like, what kind of food do you like? Even if a food that you like very much, sometimes you want it and sometimes you don't. Let's say you like apples. If someone approached you and handed you an apple, and you had just been staring at this person and their big apple cart, you'd probably say, "Oh, thank you. I was just wanting to eat an apple. I was hoping you'd ask me." Well, other times you might say, "Thanks, but I'm not hungry." Um, and then there's the comfort building aspect of just how the other person behaves during the approach. Are they build comfort and rapport, or are they scary and weird? A creepy guy jumping out of an alleyway, shoving an apple in your face, is not going to be welcome, even if you were hungry for an apple. That would bother you. Some guy chucking apples at you from across the street is also not something that most people would welcome, even if they're apple fanatics. That's kind of what catcalling is. And most women don't want to be catcalled because they don't like, that's not even an approach. That's like barely even an approach. That's like, or I guess there's a spectrum of approaches. That's on one extreme end, but they don't like most of these startling and bold approaches that don't involve building comfort. So yeah, a weird guy wanting to give you an apple will freak you out, even if you're hungry. But a super cool, high status guy wanting to give you an apple will make you feel good. Probably make you want to talk to him even after you have the apple in your hands. So what this all boils down to is that the thing most people are sick of in their lives is dullness. They're sick of predictability. People are hungry for something unexpected and exciting and mysterious because most of their life is just going to their job, coming home, and then watching Netflix. That's boring. An interesting stranger bringing this to them can be an unexpected gift. The question is, are you bringing someone value to someone's day by talking to them? And bringing value is an important aspect of this. Yeah, that's my opening statement. So I'll cede to Sergio or Spurgio, excuse me.
Oh, good. Thank you, bro. And shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to my boy Donnie. Yeah, shout out to Lion Tribe. That's why the crap's confused because for the last 3 or 4 years, men have been made to feel like crap, and women said they didn't want men around. Uncle Meat Stroke. Yeah, dude, go follow him on Instagram. But yeah, dude, yeah, good opening. Okay, so first off, I'll go ahead. I was gonna say a statement, but I think I'm just gonna push back on just what you were kind of saying. I first just want to say, what women say and what women do are two completely different things. So whenever we look at studies, and they're saying, I want to be approached. Yeah, they might be saying that in a study, but I guarantee you those girls have approached guys in the past. And I want to also ask now, do you think that the average women are worth dating today?
That's a question to me.
Yeah.
It depends what you mean by worth dating.
Like, do you think the average woman is a good girl to date today? Or do you think only there's like a smaller, like an exception, like 10, 20, 30% of women that are worth kind of dating?
So
or do you think a majority of women are worth dating today?
I think a majority are worth dating by someone. It's hard for me to get a read on what women are like because I interact with the ones that I've already selected, that I already like for some reason. You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to give a full spectrum analysis of like what the ambient behavior of women is like. I would say that like,
you single? Are you single?
I have a girlfriend.
Okay.
What about you?
When was the last time you were single?
Like 3 months ago.
3 months ago? Was it hard when you like when you were single? Was it hard? Like to get dates and or to get laid or whatever? Or was it pretty easy?
I think I did pretty well. I have a theory. So I'm getting this start off the ground. So like, which is hard. It's hard to bootstrap these days in this economy. So my income's not crazy. So actually, the dates have gotten more and more like simple and bare bones with me. And I think I've actually done better with that. One thing I think we agree on is that money doesn't really matter in dating. We had this discussion privately before, but yeah, I think maybe several years ago, I would have had a much harder time. But I've just like my mindset.
How many girls did you have to go through though? Like how many girls did it take before you got to?
Count?
Well, how many girls did it take between your last relationship and your relationship now that started 3 months ago? How many girls did it take before you hit a good one?
That's I haven't tabulated it. It's over 5. But the thing is,
like a 1 in 5 chance then, you know, so that's like a 20%.
well, hold on. That doesn't mean that was their fault or my fault. There's compatibility outside of like someone is defective. So like in some cases I wanted to see them again. They didn't want to see me again. In other cases it was the other way around. And you know, first of all, like women are skittish. Everyone has a lot of options. But let me go back to answer the question that was posed. Are women worth dating? And I don't know if I have the authority to make a judgment on this, but I'll say that I think there's negative trends, right? And that can come in the form of like things like borderline personality disorder and so on are becoming more common. And I'm not saying people with mental health troubles are bad. I'm saying things that are considered aberrant or unusual mental tendencies, not even mental health tendencies. And again, I'm not trying to disparage anyone who has any of this stuff, but you know, anxiety is becoming more common, and that can get in the way of relationships. That can get in the way of talking to anyone at all, which is another reason why, like, anxious people need to have their shell broken open by someone else who takes the leap of faith, takes the plunge to actually talk to them. Yeah, you know, so like I would say the behavior of women, and I don't like making these kind of red pill judgments of like women are all bad these days, because I think that's like a loser, bitter mindset, and that'll just hurt you. Like you'll stay an incel if you think that way. If you truly have to love women to attract women. So
I just think that like the advice you're giving though, it's good for like average girls, because the average girl is who that stat is about. And yeah, I don't think average women are good though. I think that men are mostly chasing a small bracket of good women that are kind of better than the other ones in certain ways. And then on top of that, we're kind of looking for a girl to pursue us. I would say a lot of what you're saying, you know, it's really good for the very minority of men, like the top 4.5% of men is what the dating app statistics have shown. The top 4.5% of men easily get women.
So the hypergamy or whatever, right?
Well, no. It has nothing to do with hypergamy. It's just attraction. It's just instant attraction where they see a guy and they're like, okay, I would want to like I'm down for this guy to talk to me. It's only the top 4.5% of men. So most guys, 95% of guys, if they look, I agree with you. See, here's the thing. Me and you actually kind of agree with each other on something. I actually do think that cold approach is okay. It's about intent. Me and you probably disagree on the intent, because I believe that you should never have the intent to try to pick her up. And that's where me and you probably disagree, because I think that you should only be inviting them to an event or to collaborate in something. Friend zone them. I would never approach the girl with trying to pick her up, because you're basically shooting yourself in the foot. Because if you're not in the top 4.5% of men, which a majority of men are not, which a majority of men that are going to have your app, then you don't want them to go and try to pick a girl up in that way. They should show no intention.
Could you specify what counts as picking them up? Like taking them home right there?
No, I would say pickup would be. I would say pickup would be like you trying to mac on them, like you're trying to like show that you have intent to want to that you would do something with them. You want to take them on a date, like you have intent to try to sleep with them if you could, or you're trying to take this further. That is a problem. Rob has perfect audio, but my audio, I'm gonna try to fix my audio while you're talking about that, bro.
Yeah. So here, I actually forgot to plug my site in the chat. I just put it there for anyone who wants to check it out. It's a free sign up and a free trial for the premium version. Anyone wants to check it out. But yeah, I think the distinction between cold and hot approaches, I think I know what you're talking about. A hot approach or warm approach, whatever it's called, I think that would be used to refer to like going up to a woman and being like, hey, I think you're fine. Do you want to go on a date? Without building some kind of comfort first. And my cat is in the way. Without building some kind of comfort first. And I think that's kind of a hard mode way to approach a woman, because everything you said is true about a warm approach. You need stuff to already be going for you before a warm approach works. But part of what the approach is, and I think this is very true with women, is that your behavior and your identity as a man is part of the elements, factors of your attractiveness to a woman. How you hold yourself, how confident you are, how you speak your words, a million little things, how your posture is, your identity, the kind of person you are. It could be trivialized as calling it personality, but it's much more than that. All these things can literally transform your attractiveness to a woman, and it's the procedural steps that you take during the approach that can create or transform attractiveness when it didn't exist just by looking at your face. This is why dating apps suck for men, because like 99% of your attractiveness is not your facial characteristics. That's important, but that's not it. Most of it is how you talk, how you hold yourself, what your passions are, what your identity is, so on and so forth. And those kinds of things can be hinted with an approach and very credibly signaled in an approach. Confidence can be credibly signaled in an approach just by doing the approach, because you have to be some level of confident to do that. Even if you screw up other things. By the way, can I like swear or you get like kicked off streams? We'll have to watch my words.
It's kind of fine. It's mostly fine.
Okay, I'll just hold back.
I got a cat that looks just like yours.
Oh yeah, tuxedo. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I want to ask, do you think women approach men though?
It's very rare. It's happened to me, but
You think it's very rare?
I think it's compared to how much men approach women.
Oh yeah, compared to men, but in general, like, do you think every woman has approached a guy before?
The stats I've seen on how much young men are doing it indicate, because only 45%.
No, I'm asking about women though. Do you think women?
Hold on, I'm making an inference from the stats I already know. So I already know that even if men aren't doing it, and men are a bunch of timid messes these days, women are even worse. Like Gen Z women are even, maybe an older generation. I would guess most women have not approached a man if we're talking about Generation Z. Maybe if we're talking about like Gen X, and probably yes, most of them have done it. But it's rare. It's not something they'll be doing every weekend or even every month.
Okay. See, this is where we're going to have a big disagreement. I think women highly actually go after men, and you're the beta if you pursue her. She actually, like,
simplifying
but the guy who she really likes, they always pursue those guys. Like, it's very normal for those guys that they will go and show, because it's competition. Like, they have to pursue those guys or they never get to sleep with them, unless they're the type of girl where they only sleep with a guy that isn't muscly and tatted up. Then, but I don't think girls are like that. I think that guys who believe that have a Madonna whore complex. Every girl has that dirty side to her where she wants to pursue that type of man.
Women enjoy sex.
Yeah, and so at the end of the day, every woman will pursue. And which guy do I want to be? I always want to be the short-term mating strategy. I don't want to be the long-term mating strategy. Evolutionary psychology purely shows this. So I never would want it. Like, a guy should never want to be with a girl that he's going up to. He should only want to be with a girl that's coming to him and wanting to be with him at the end of the day anyways. All this texting or like how to make yourself look better and all this stuff, none of this should be. I don't even believe in Instagram stuff. Like, I know how to teach guys how to get girls with just 2 pictures on their Instagram and nothing else. It's all just a funnel to the stories, and even then, you don't have to post that much on your stories. Like, all this promotion of what everybody's teaching right now, it's actually ruining it for men. Like, don't get me wrong, you can get a girl, but you'll just be a beta bucks in the relationship. You're not going to be her short-term strategy. You're going to be her long-term strategy.
So there's a lot to respond to there. So hold on. So you talked about a few things, short-term and long-term mating strategies, which I think there might be some wisdom to that, but that is not settled science. Like, I don't know if I can.
Oh, it's absolutely settled science.
How is
it's
it
absolutely
settled?
like
What is your theory of verification?
Because Dr. David busted across 37 cultures across the world. Like, it was one of those studies that was landmark, because there was no way that anybody could refute anything whenever he was showing that tribes in New Guinea were doing this, and so was people in Norwegian countries where they're super equal, the opposite of them. So it's indisputable. Like, you can't even refute some of these things when it comes to short-term and long-term mating strategy.
I mean, the level of complexity and the number of variables in studies, especially social sciences, like, yeah, you can totally refute something that even has a really solid methodology. I'm not making claims on it. for the sake of the argument, like let's say there's like something to it. You know, how you apply a study, how can it be generalized? When is it inappropriate to make inferences from a study? These are all things that you have to be really disciplined about if you want to have a disciplined understanding of truth. Nonetheless, so chasing a girl is different from pursuing a girl. I know it sounds those words sound like synonyms because they basically are, but in my usage, like you need to interact with a girl for her to be attracted to you in the first place. Just like on Tinder, most men don't do well on Tinder because it's stacked against men because you don't have an opportunity to show off your behavior to her. Just like I said before, you can't show off your identity. Therefore, you need like making an approach to show who you are, even if it doesn't involve like asking her, hey, let's go on a date or let's go back to my place or whatever. It's the goal here is to make her comfortable with who you are, to make her intrigued by who you are, to come off as an interesting person, because that's what attractiveness is to women. I'm confused as to how the beta bucks thing relates to this.
It's because there is a clear distinction between you being. I'll give you a good example. You can tell if you're the beta buck in a relationship if your girl buys you gifts. A lot of guys are in relationships with women that do not buy anything for them. They don't do anything for them like that, and that's a clear indication that he's only there to be a beta provider. He is the long-term mating strategy, which I don't knock girls for doing that at all. It's their strategy for good, valid reasons. If you read evolutionary psychology, if you read all the books, there's good reasons why a woman should be with a guy that she can control. It's basically the relationship in her frame. In other nations, like in Islamic nations, it's mostly a relationship in the guy's frame. It's his rules, his way. I just think that's better for the guys. If I'm going to give advice to men, I'm going to teach men how to have relationships in their frame, in their power. And the only way for that to be is for her to admire you, for her to adore you, for her to pursue you. And that doesn't happen whenever a guy is constantly going to the girls or, what we're talking about, trying to approach them. Women will go to the guys that they really care about. And I want men to be that guy that they really care about, because those are the best relationships.
So, okay, yeah, to care about someone, you have to know them first. And the majority of women are timid creatures by male standards. They're just they're afraid of confrontation. They're afraid of correctness, or excuse me, they're afraid of directness, and they're afraid of looking stupid. They're afraid of social blah, blah, blah. All the things people fear when they're anxious about talking to someone for the first time. Women have more of it. This means that men going for what they want, which is not a beta thing. It's not needy to go for what you want. Going for what you want and then accepting with mirth and grace and a smile when it doesn't go your way is what a fucking Chad does. That is not needy. That's not constantly going after a woman. It's like you see something you like, you want it, you go up to her, you talk to her. You just amuse yourself while doing it, have a good time. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, you move on to the next girl.
Do you think high status men pursue women?
Yes, absolutely.
No,
yes,
they don't.
James Franco is notorious for
DMing women. Guys are definitely known for wanting to do it, but for the most part, if you're high status, you don't have to pursue women. Your DMs are filled with women.
Oh, okay. If you're like famous,
but not, even if they go to a club, though, they got girls all over them. What I'm saying though is that
you're talking about being famous.
What I teach is to hack your status, and if you do certain things, especially using pre-selection and stuff, you're easily able to have the girls start pursuing you. Easily, like you don't have to sit here and do all that extra bullshit that makes you look low status, bro.
It's when not extra bullshit, man.
It makes you look low status. No, but women will judge. I'm trying to see the thing. I give advice for guys to get 8, 9s, and 10s. You know why? Because if you go for girls that are like 7s and under, they're actually the worst ones because they're so insecure. People who are 6s and 7s, they're more insecure because of that, and they'll date guys they'll fuck guys 9s or 10s, and then they'll get all confused about their value. Those are the ones that cheat. Those are the worst girls. So if I give advice for guys,
women have bad personalities.
Yeah, and 8, 9s, and 10s, dude, which are the best girls, dude. Those are the type of girls where you need to have this extra level of game. you're not going to be able to get them just pursuing them like the other 100,000 dudes in their DMs doing the same fucking shit. Or
Okay, DMing a girl isn't approaching her.
well, that's what I'm saying. Even at the club, if this girl is a 9 or a 10, you're doing what
clubs are the worst place to pick up
always done. If you're not in the top 5% of dudes, you're wasting your time. You have a better chance by friend zoning her, inviting her to collab, inviting her to an event, and that's it. You trying to make
what an approach includes. Approaches include all of these things. There's a million kinds of approach.
Well, no, there's just two types of cold approach. There's either you're going in, well, like I was saying, with like with the God, I don't know why I'm thinking of the word incentive. With intent, you either are going in with intent, like you're trying to do something, or you don't. And I teach non-intent. I'm never going to tell guys to have that kind of intent whenever they're talking to a girl.
No. So I think I half agree with that. Like I would frame it as you can't be outcome dependent. You can't need something to go a certain way, an interaction to produce some kind of favorable result to you for you to be happy and have a good time with it. You should be entertaining yourself and doing it because it's thrilling and fun and you're enjoying the social experience. If you pin all your hopes and all your happiness on a girl responding a certain way, you're not going to be happy with that. But yeah, no. Do you want to know something that's low status? Is being a neurotic wreck about looking low status.
Well, obviously you don't act like that, but we're arguing.
No, even your mindset, dude. It's the inner game. Like Henry Cavill.
Like I said, you would never expose that to the woman. We're just talking strategy right now. But a guy would never talk about these things. It's just that you know these things.
I'm saying, but like a man who just does the shit that he wants without neurotically tabulating how it's gonna give him alpha points. That's the biggest Chad there is. Like, it's
not about getting alpha points, bro. It's about learning. Okay, so whenever I got into this stuff, whenever I was like 19 years old, I didn't lose my virginity until I was 19. I had a best friend that was like the hottest girl from my school. Okay, and I started going out to the clubs with her. We became best friends. And that's how I learned having a best friend as a hot girl completely can change the game for a guy, because it did. It completely changed it for me. It gave me all types of opportunities that most guys would never fucking have. So what I'm saying is, like, yes, you're right. You can do the thing that the average people do, but why would you do that when there is a better strategy? When you hack your way to do something that is way better and you get way better quality women. The average, like, that's why I started this by asking, is the average woman worth it today? Because my whole argument is I don't give a fuck about those average women. I don't care about them at all. I'm only teaching guys how to get the best women. And the best women, you do not want to sit there and try to approach them like the other thousands of simps that do the same thing.
Dude, it's approaching a woman isn't your frame is wrong here. You're collapsing a lot of differences into a category that's too large to contain all of them. Approaching a woman is not what a simp does. A simp approaches a woman and has his hands out expecting something from her.
No, it's just intent, bro. It's just intent. If you're approaching her and you're trying to fuck in any way, shape, or form, you're fucking up. That's my point.
No, that's wrong. Like you just have your facts wrong, because there's evidential evidence.
So when you try to fuck and then you completely miss out on the opportunity to be her friend and like fuck her friends,
social game works.
Her,
it's worth it. You're describing a social game. It works.
And
both
do you
of them
think?
work.
And say a girl's a 10, okay, and a guy does your advice, like you're talking about. What's the percentage chance that she's gonna be down with him?
It depends. What's the situation?
It depends, because I can show you studies that the top 4.5%. You're only attracted to the top 4.5%.
Give me a specific situation, and I can answer.
That's a specific one.
I'm going to promote the stream on my personal Twitter.
Okay.
Hold on. So, okay, like what is it? Is it at the library? Is it at a club? Is it at a bar? Is it at a festival?
Say it's at a club, yeah. Say like the guy
nightclub. Okay, nightclubs are the worst fucking place to pick up girls. So no, it's not going to work at a nightclub. I disagree
with you. Nightclubs are where you go to find the hottest girls. Do you want to go where a bunch of ugly girls, or do you want to go where the hottest girls are?
They're not at nightclubs. They have their
yes, they are. I'm friends with the hottest girls in my city. They're all
okay. I'm glad you have that. I'm glad you have that. That's an anecdote, though. Generally, nightclubs.
Not even an anecdote. I got Michael Sartain that can prove it too all day long.
I don't know who that is.
Him and
his authority doesn't mean anything to me.
I'm just saying, I can point to guys all day long who have tons of friends that are women, and they're all
it can work at nightclubs, but like the best place, let's call it the best place, like a nightlife thing to do with a woman is a low lit bar. People feel comfortable under low lighting. They're more open to talking, and where the music is not loud, like a dimly lit dive bar or lounge or something like that. Clubs are very loud. It's hard to talk to people. Dance floor game doesn't work unless you really like dancing. If you don't like dancing, you're forcing yourself to go to the dance floor, you're gonna look like a fucking idiot. It's not gonna work.
All the things that you're talking about are mistakes that guys make who are trying to do pickup. And if you just don't have intent, you don't have any of the issues that you're talking about it being too loud, you having to dance. I don't worry about any of that bullshit at all. And then pussy falls into your lap.
Yeah, you're talking. You posited your hypothetical was about my strategy of approaching a woman, and you said at a nightclub. I'm like, okay,
but you're saying
approaches don't work.
These things about being at the nightclub that aren't true if you're doing it correctly. That's true if you're doing. If you're trying to fuck her, then that's all horrible things about it. But I'm trying to fuck the girl. That's the difference. There's a huge difference here.
The question you asked me, so you asked me, does such and such work from my perspective? What I'm arguing doesn't work. I'm like, well, it depends where it is. You said at the nightclub. Well, my approach doesn't work well at the nightclub. Yes, some kind of more passive, whatever you want to call it, strategy is more effective at a nightclub because nightclubs kind of suck for this kind of thing. But if look, all this wisdom is generalizable to just social situations. Like I said, the question is, are you bringing value to someone's day by talking to someone? A lot of factors go into that, including like whatever pre-selection or social proof, whatever you were calling it. It's your status. But this isn't just a dating thing. We can generalize this principle to pretty much all social interactions. People very frequently want social interactions to happen to them, and they're not sure how to break the ice. They're too timid or whatever. But
what's
they
one of the
welcome
first things
it.
the girl asks you?
Hold on, let me finish this thought. But they welcome this interaction when it's handed to them. Either they didn't know they wanted it to happen, or they're actually waiting around wishing someone would talk to them. This applies to both genders, romantically or non-romantically. And you can see, like, imagine a night where you go out and you have no plans because your crew is not wanting to go out or whatever. Maybe you move to a new city. Maybe it's just that your friends don't want to go out. But it's a Saturday and you don't feel like being stuck at home. So you go out and get a drink somewhere on your own, and you're playing on your phone or whatever. And suddenly you see this like group of like confident, happy guys who are having a ton of fun, and their positivity is so powerful that it affects you. You want to have fun with them. You want the adventure they're having. If they come up to you and invite you to be part of their night, you can feel the magnetism of the moment that you want to be part of. That's the best thing that could have happened to your night. That is the best thing that could have happened in that situation. People are often in that situation because it requires daring and boldness to be the one that actually does break the ice. And this is, if you want to be someone's friend, if you want to date them, it's all the same kind of principle.
And we agree on one point of something, that it is good for men to have the ability to cold approach. See, cold approach though, like even if I go to a conference for real estate, going up to some random guy that I don't know, that's still cold approach. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's men or women. Cold approach is between men or women. It's just making friends. But like I said, I have a beef with is the intent. If you're ever coaching guys to go up to a girl and try to fuck her, that's where me and you completely are going to be different. And I'm not going to.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I think we should identify our common ground. So what you call intent, I call outcome independence, and that means this is a term that's used all over. I think it's used in like business too. It's an idiom or a phrase. It's like, how does it go? If you look hungry, you're going to starve. You can't need it too much. And this is with anything. If you need to be someone's friend, if someone is too eager to hang out with you, you're not going to want to do it. Same thing. So you need to enjoy the process, the procedure, and not worry about whether you're going to take some girl home or not, or she's going to be your girlfriend. You enjoy your interactions with her in the moment and see what happens. You don't need a plan. You don't need a series of steps, a series of boxes to check off. So yeah, you can't have that mindset or that intent. Nonetheless, you can be drawn to a girl because she's your type and she's pretty and you like her company. The same reason you like her company that would make you want to talk to her would make you want to date her or make you want to see her again. So you can't need it. I think we can agree there.
Yeah. I treat women like boys. I don't treat them even like a fucking girl. Like I don't treat them special at all. I treat them like beings. Because if you treat them different, then they're like, yo, like that's kind of objectifying the girl as a sex object. And they know that. They can smell simps from a mile away. So that's why you act the opposite of that. So yeah, I guess we kind of agree in that way.
But I think there's a naive way to invert what the simp does. It's like, well, if the simp, he talked to a girl, I guess I should never talk to a girl. No, that's crazy. And I'm not saying you're saying that, but like a precise inversion of a bad thing doesn't necessarily produce something good. It could produce a different kind of
the more girls. Like you should friend zone every girl that's around you. Like
having a social circle of girls is good.
There's nothing that makes you more attractive than, dude, if there's a girl that's a 10, like I don't even care about fucking her because I know her just standing next to me makes me fuck every girl around her. It doesn't even matter about fucking her. And that's the problem is a lot of guys, they see that 10 and them big boobies and they're like, oh, I want that so bad. I can't wait to get up in that boobies. And that's the problem. So that's why we have to teach guys to not have that intention.
So part of being taught that way, like that's how someone who hasn't gotten laid in 2 years acts. That's have
how guys all act, bro, today, unless they're like over 30 and they've been in at least 2 relationships.
Okay, yeah. If you whatever, if you're inexperienced, if you've only been in 2 relationships by the time you're 30, I would describe you as inexperienced. Like I think the way to go about this to solve the problem that you just identified is romance needs to be disenchanted a little bit to men. Women need to be disenchanted to them, to be demythified. You can't have the myth of the woman as this like, wow, crazy source of happiness and light and all that is good because I've always wanted a girlfriend and I can't get one. That goes away once you have enough experience with dating. You need to be experienced with dating to shake that kind of pedestalization, whatever you want to call it, to shake the wrong mindset out of you by having abundance. If you have so many options, or at least the perception of having so many options, you'll behave better because you won't be swept off your feet by the first girl you see. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, and I think something that helps a lot with them having those options is by friend zoning a bunch of girls. Like stop seeing them as different. The thing that I teach directly them to stop getting that nervousness that guys get around women. Whenever I pound in what I teach, I'm pounding into their brain to stop getting nervous and changing their voice and acting all different and shit, because that's the problem. And the root of it is seeing them as something they want to have sex with. So when you destroy that at the root, you make these men, these problem men that we're talking about, into men that can actually be around women again. Every guy was that guy at some point in their life. And like you said, the more experience you get, the more you're just comfortable with them and shit. Like I've been in 5 relationships now. I've fucked a lot of girls. Like I'm very comfortable now, but it took years to get to that point. Probably my whole first relationship was really warming up to that.
Yeah. Nothing beats experience. I think we can agree there. Like,
yeah, completely. Yeah.
So I think you have a position that I think comes from seeing a lot of guys and trying to overcorrect for a specifically wrong way of going about things to a specific demographic of inexperienced guys.
Absolutely. Like I was saying from the start, dude, it's the top 4.5% of men that can even pull girls off the rip in a pickup. It's only the top 4.5%. So I'm basically preaching something that's good for 95% of men. That's the problem. When you tell guys to do pickup shit, it's the numbers game. Dude, you know what it's like? It's like somebody going up to 100 girls and they sleep with one of them. They're like, oh yeah, I'm a fucking Chad. I fucking fucked the girl. And it's like, bro, that's just the numbers game. Like you just fucked her because you went up to 100 girls and that was the one girl that liked and was attracted to you. Like that doesn't mean anything. That's what doesn't make sense about pickup. It's not, it's like being good at, see, basically pickup is like being good at sales and you're selling to somebody who already wants your product. Like you don't got, in the first 5 minutes, you can be like, yo, you want it? You want it? Okay, boom, boom, and they buy your product.
Yeah.
That's it. And what we're teaching is you can manufacture attraction. That's like the whole point of this is you can
A
sit on a
number of
call for
ways
an
you can do
hour
that.
and you can sell it to them and you can manufacture it.
There's a number of ways you can. I just call it like procedurally producing attraction or becoming attractive by revealing your identity to the girl. Which, like I said, this is why dating apps suck, because you can't do that on a dating app unless you happen to look exactly like what their type is or be very handsome or whatever. So yeah, the process of revealing your identity and personality to a girl is part of the process of building attraction. The
Would you say Instagram is a dating app now?
I didn't say that, but I mean, like Twitter. Like I've met people off Twitter. Like this is actually a good point. Like why Twitter is like good to meet people off of, friends or romantic interests or whatever, is because you can actually get a window into their soul, into their personality by looking at all the things that are on their mind through their tweets. And that kind of tells you what kind of person they are. Most people I meet on Twitter are pretty similar to how they convey themselves through their tweets. And so you can already get that out of the way. Be like, I like this person's identity. It's hot how they type or how they talk about ideas or what they're interested in. Yeah. So yeah. But again, like this is part of why like you can't have taboos about doing things you might already want to do. If you want to talk to a girl and you want to like see if she wants to go on a date, do it. See how it goes. She's like because oftentimes like that works. It works with even the very beautiful girls or whatever. And guess what? You don't have that much competition for it because, like I said before, most men are not doing this in real life anymore. For whatever reasons, they're very timid about this.
Yeah, and so I'm not disagreeing that it can work. Like I was saying, I just think that it's dangerous for the guy, man. Like that's it. Like I'm very against the guy being in a
Dangerous.
relationship with a girl that he's pursuing. Because if he's with a girl that he's going up to, she doesn't really like him that much. And so like I get it if they're having fun. Like if he's just trying to sleep with a girl and all that, that's fun. But the thing is some of these guys are going to fall for these girls. And I was going to ask you, do you know what gynocentrism is?
I mean, it sounds like the Greek is like centering on women's interests.
Yeah,
so
and
everything revolving around women.
You're talking about like this romantic myth and stuff like that. The guy who runs gynocentrism.com, his name's Peter Wright. That's all he writes about is romantic chivalry and where like romantic chivalry comes from. So I really don't think that love is a good thing. I don't think it's real. I think the Disney thing is just all fake. I'm really against all that type of shit. So
you're against the concept of love.
Well, so there's definitely regular love, like for your family or for your kids,
romantic love.
Yeah, but yeah, romantic love is not a real thing, which is called a gay or whatever. Well, no, it's actually just a chemical being released in your brain. It's probably actually lust.
No, that's bullshit.
But it's actually lust, though. It's lust. No, like it's not. Yeah, no, because when you tell guys to believe in that love thing, that's how I can't say the word, but that's how self-deleting happens. Like that's how like guys self-delete at 9 times the rate of women after a divorce. Because
they believed in love.
Yes, because they really do believe that woman is their one true love. They have one-itis. They have one-itis.
Is a different, whatever you want to call it.
No, that is definitely one-itis.
That's different. Sure, fine. One-itis is real, but that's different from the concept of love existing. Of course, romantic love is real. People have experienced.
Love is directly connected to one-itis. And if they
one-itis is a disordered, perverse expression of love.
Wait. Hold on. So what you're saying though is that love is this emotional thing. I don't disagree that love isn't a thing, but I say it's what's from the Bible. It's devotion. It's respect. When a woman shows love to a man, it's through respect. When a man shows women love, it's through his money, energy, attention, and time. So don't get me wrong. I think that is love, but that's not the emotional gooey thingy that Disney and everybody is trying to push on us. So like those
are products of the emotional thing.
Huh? No.
You're describing a behavior. Love is a feeling.
I have all that for my girl. I want to give her my money, energy, attention, and time whenever
because of how you feel.
I want to show her devotion. No, I want to show her devotion, but it has nothing to do with emotions at all. Has nothing
it
to do with
does.
emotions at all.
Your wants are
Emotional
emotions.
is working for each other, and love, true love, is staying together for the family. Like if love was real, bro, we wouldn't have divorces everywhere when people say "I love you" to their husband and wife.
They
Love
stop being
is
in
a
love.
sacrifice. It's a discipline. It's a sacrifice. It's way deeper than an emotion.
Sacrifice is a behavior.
It's a devotion, bro. And that's what I'm saying.
Devotion is
if
a behavior.
No, but what I'm saying is that what everybody else thinks love is an emotional bond thing. That's just us being pair bonded. Is pair bonding real? Absolutely. We're a pair bonding species. That's not, but that's what we call love basically, is pair bonding, or what women call love is lust. You know, all the time about women talking about how this big dick, 6'4" dude, whatever, and she's so crazy for him. She's not in love with that dude. She has lust for that man. She's not truly in love with him. So a lot of people who talk about love, they're talking about lust, bro, and it's all to make money. All lust, or all this love is, it's all for profit. And it all started in 200 AD. It all started with plays and books.
Hold on. Wait, so there's a lot to unpack there. Can I respond?
Yeah.
Okay. The first thing I need to take issue with is we need to distinguish emotions from behaviors. Doing acts of service, blah, 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 showing respect and stuff like that, those are behaviors. And those behaviors are prompted or caused or propelled further by emotions. You want to do something for a woman. That want is a feeling. That feeling is love. And it produces behaviors such as devotional behaviors, such as respectful behaviors, such as providing and all that. So these are two things.
No, I highly disagree, though. I think that love is devotion. It's just devotion.
Okay.
Like that's literally what the Bible says. Like I don't know if you're Christian. I mean, I'm a Christian.
Yeah, I'm a Catholic.
Okay, so like in the Bible, it says love is devotion, word for word. Okay, and it says a woman shows love through respecting her husband. All right,
she shows love. That's a demonstration. That's a behavior.
It's saying directly how she does it, though, and she shows it through respecting him.
That's great. That's different from the question of whether
it's a one-to-one action. It's saying love is an action. That's literally what it's saying. It's not saying that love.
It doesn't say that.
And that it's going to inspire you to want to respect your husband. No, love is respect. It is respect, and it's devotion. It's working for each other. It's not being
Christian understanding of love.
You're constantly working for each other. Like, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? What do you need? She's kind of like, what do you need? What do you need? You need your clothes washed? Or you want dinner? What do you want for dinner? So like, we're constantly doing things for each other. That's love. Yes. It's not expressions it's not that emotional thing. No, it is love. The problem is that they get everybody confused about what this word love means, and they get us arguing over it instead of going by what the Bible says, which is it is devotion. Instead of just going based off of that, we're sitting here arguing over this metaphysical thing when we shouldn't be even arguing over that. It literally shouldn't even be.
We shouldn't be arguing it because everyone has a public understanding of what love is, and it is a feeling rather than.
No, we don't. If we asked 10 people what love is, they'd all give different answers, and that is by the devil. That is what Satan wants, bro. Okay. He wants everybody to be confused as fuck about what love is because it's lust to some people.
The Christian understanding of love is directly descended from the Greek understanding of love, which is pretty.
Which was three different words. Which was three different words. Which was three different words. Okay, five. And the one that I'm wrong, that I'm not okay with, is just one of them.
Okay, hold on. You don't like it happening, or you don't agree that it exists?
No, it exists, but it is just simping. It is literally just simping. That's all. The whole point of doing that is to just give power to women that already have power. They already have immense power in this world. They don't need guys also trying to buy them flowers. Like that's the problem.
I mean, don't do it to a girl you just met. That's insane.
No. But I'm just saying, I'm giving the flower example because there's a lot of different ways that guys simp, or there's a lot of different ways guys show romantic chivalry today. There's many different ways. Think about how many guys that are simps and they're giving girls money or whatever the fuck, dude. Like, there's many ways that guys simp and romantic chivalry. It's a plague. I know. So, and that all comes from romantic chivalry. No, that all comes from romantic chivalry. That all comes from these guys. No, this all comes from these guys believing in love, bro.
It's not that they believe in love. It's that they're idiots about how they channel their love.
They think that that's what they're supposed to do because that's what the movie showed us.
That doesn't mean love doesn't exist.
No, but it means that it's a farce. It's not true. That's not what women actually like. They don't actually like those guys unless you're the top 5% dude.
Yes, of course. Women don't like simping. They're not attracted to them. They don't respect them. No kidding. That's different from should you be in love or does love
So we
exist?
agree that romantic chivalry is retarded.
You just brought up the word chivalry.
Huh? That's
if it's a girl who if it is a woman who does not respect you or like is not attracted to you, yeah, that's insane.
So you agree with me that romantic chivalry is bad for most guys that are doing it that way?
If it is a one-sided attraction, yes. Giving money to a streamer girl who you're obsessed with is insane.
Yeah. So
like
we doing something is a bad thing.
No, because there's other instant. First of all, I don't even know how you're defining romantic chivalry.
That's how most guys. That's what I was saying. If you read like gynocentrism, simping, romantic chivalry, this is all the same thing. It's all one word.
That like a lot of red pill shit, man.
I mean, it's not really red pill shit. Gynocentrism.com. If you go to Peter Wright, he's not very red pill at all. He hates all the red pillers.
It sounds like a angry political thing, man. It's like women too much, and that's why I'm not a big man. It's because women are taking it away. It's like, dude.
No, it's just the understanding of the underlying system, the metaphysics of women's power, dude. Because men have physical power. Men have physical power in the patriarchy, as we hear the feminists say patriarchy. You know, like we do have a physical patriarchal power, and women have a gynocentric underlining power that is based off of emotions and based off of more metaphysical. And Torsa's going to come in and kind of like be a middleman for us and clean us up a little bit, make the show a little bit better.
Is he a moderator? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Hello,
Cool.
Hello. Hold on, I'm setting it up to my side as well. Sorry.
You're gonna stream also?
Yeah. What should I title it? Should you?
I mean, we made it do women like to be approached because that was like the main thing that we were talking about. I wrote out such a good opening statement and I didn't even use it.
You could have made it after mine.
Can you do it now?
Well, I'll read it just because I was so proud of writing it, and then see if because it kind of does like detail my whole thesis like way better. So you might actually understand me better, honestly, if I read this.
Okay, do it.
But I was gonna say my opponent tonight will argue that women appreciate being approached by men. However, he will soon discover, much like 95% of online dating advisors, that his experience with women is lacking. The reality is women generally do not favor men who approach them unless these men belong to the top 4.5% in terms of attractiveness. This implies that the advice offered by my opponent, whether through his app or teachings, is inherently flawed and misguides the majority of its users. He overlooks the fundamental aspects of female mating strategies, which include both short-term and long-term objectives. Notably, women are more receptive to and even prefer initiating contact with men who they consider the short-term relationships, as these men embody genuine desirability without the need for the woman to feel pursued or provided for in a conventional sense. While my opponent and I may agree that all men should engage in cold approaches, our key disagreement likely lies in whether men should show intent during these interactions. I advocate for showing zero intent and focusing strictly on inviting women to participate in activities, never attempting to pick up women directly. My opponent must explain why a man should attempt to sleep with a woman when, unless he is within the exclusive 4.5%, she is unlikely to be initially attracted to him. It would be far more effective to manufacture attraction through pre-selection or to leverage adding her to your friend group, thus gaining access to more women and expanding your social network, which is once again best for the average 95% guy who does not appear attractive up front. Throughout the debate, I will challenge and refute any argument my opponent presents in favor of men making the first move, underscoring the shortcomings of such inexperienced guidance. But yeah, I wrote that. I was so proud of it.
So yeah, I think a lot of our disagreement comes down to like us being on different pages about what terms mean. But one thing I think we might disagree with on substance is you said to not try to sleep with a woman. It's like, no, every first date, I don't know about approaches. Approaching a woman and offering sex is fucking insane. You shouldn't do that. But if you're on a date, like, yes, and if she's interested and she's receptive and comfortable, leading things towards sex on a first date is the dominant strategy. That is almost always a good idea to sleep with a girl on the first date. I don't know if you were disagreeing with that,
No, I absolutely agree that you should sleep with a girl on a first date. Like my girlfriend I slept with on my first date, but
Yeah.
she came to me though.
What do you mean she came to
she
you?
pursued me. She came and gave me her number and like showed that she had intent for me. And then I was like, okay, and I called
You
her
mean
to
before the date?
yes,
Okay.
like before the date because we're part of a social circle. So like once so yeah, on our first actual date, she did sleep with me and I agree. Guys should always be with the girl who does that with them. But I don't like the thing is picking up a girl from the bar and then sleeping with her. I've done that a few times and those were never the type of girls I would want anything further with,
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean, there's you get contextual information from that kind of thing. Yeah, so I think what you're promoting could be called like indirect approaches, which you
It is
approach
called
a girl.
indirect, like yeah,
Okay, I agree with that.
indirect game.
Like that's almost for almost everyone. That's the way you should do it. So I don't think we have much substance to our disagreement. I do take issue. Ooh, I just pressed a button. I do take issue with worrying about trying to extract information about dating from gripes about social trends like gynocentrism or however it's pronounced.
Oh, bro,
I
I
don't.
hope guys never fucking touch the internet and they just go out in reality and learn. I learned this just being in reality, bro. I didn't.
Like, what did you learn? What
I didn't
exactly?
that like just being around women and then also having status by always trying to have businesses or always pursuing something more always
Yeah,
made me in a better position. I got kicked out at 18. I had to constantly try to make money. I started my first business when I was 20 years old. Like I was constantly trying to do stuff. I was never super successful, but I was doing more than all the other guys around me, and that made me attractive. So
yes,
like,
having missions and
and I had tons
drives.
of women around me. Yeah, those are all status hacks. And today being a business owner is basically being a personal brand because most businesses are ran by personal brands now, the successful ones.
Yeah, I mean, status is extremely important. If you have a lot of followers on Twitter, it'll be very easy to find a girlfriend. If you're famous on the internet, it'll be very easy to find a girlfriend.
It's not even that. Status is being good at any skill, bro. Like the
Yeah,
thing
it's
is,
your identity.
like,
You
if
having an
you're the best
attractive.
at something, you can have status in it. Even if you're the best at D&D or I don't know what the fuck.
Sure. Yeah. Within a certain sphere, like you can have a local status to that specific space. That'll totally make you attractive to women. I don't think anyone disagrees with that. But using this to say that you should never approach a woman. I mean, the question is, you have this idiosyncratic terminology for stuff that I'm not sure exactly what it means. For example, intent. I gave my definition of outcome independence. I'm not sure if they're the same thing still. You should not go into an interaction, approach a girl if you need it to go a certain way for you to be happy. You should do it because it's like a fun, there's a thrill of the hunt to it. You want to talk to someone new. You want to see what she's like. You want to see if you'll like her.
It's that terminology. It's the
I'm gonna get some water. I'm listening now.
Okay, but it's like the framing it of the thrill of the hunt. Whenever you frame it as the thrill of a hunt, it's the thrill of pursuing. And when you're pursuing something, I just don't think that that's the girl that really likes you. I don't think the guy won't catch the gazelle every once in a while. He'll get some kills, bro. Like it'll work out well. It will work. But I don't think it's as good as the girl that's coming to you and has genuine desire for you.
You're improperly generalizing the concept of simping or chasing or being needy.
But the percentage thing I keep bringing up, bro, 95%.
I don't know what that is.
Pull a girl, like 95%.
What does that mean?
To a girl that they're wasting their time unless
they suck.
Really good joke or something. No, it's not. It's attraction, bro. Like only 5% of guys,
which they can
guys
build.
Don't go to the gym. They don't think
because they're not. Dude,
they
I'm
got a weird looking nose. Like there's all types of things. Like
most men are in the same bracket of attractive.
Yes.
You know that, right? According to the stats that you're quoting, Serge.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is like a guy who
women approach homeless men. Hold on. Do women approach homeless men? Be honest. No? Never? After the club?
I mean, rarely, I guess.
Oh,
I don't see them approach them that often.
You know, after you get out of the nightclub and you got some homeless people there, they're the ones chatting it up.
It depends how drunk they are. Yeah, if they're pretty drunk, then yeah, they're gonna chat up the homeless guy for sure.
So
That was
when I
my girlfriend
hear
this weekend on
things,
her birthday.
when I hear things like you have to have status or it's going to go better if you have status, I'm over here like I chat more with the homeless men. So do my friends who are very hot, you know?
Oh
It's
yeah,
like, but it's
it's
like,
just a hack. I just say status makes it easier. That's it.
right. But
And so do looks. But like, sorry, go ahead.
but that's the
Portia.
thing is like guys go into these conversations with this sole goal in mind to get this girl's number. And it's never going to go well
That's
if that's
wrong.
your
That's the
intention.
wrong way to do it.
So when I say, why can't you just like approach girls and just get something from the conversation? Because a lot of time, like when I bartended, guys would suck at this. No offense. Love you all. I helped the ones I could, but they would suck. They have no, what's it called? Not personal awareness, social awareness. They like to think they do. Love y'all. You like to think you do. I'm going to look in the direction of the door in case some violence happens or something. Like that's your awareness. But then you go up to a girl like, can I buy you a drink? And homegirl has a full drink in her hand. So it's like you're way too here and you just need to like vibe. And I know guys hate when I say vibe because you're like, what the fuck is the square root of vibe?
Like, right. No, yeah, I agree with everything Torsia said. So like I would say 95% of guys can't approach successfully, or whatever you want to call it, because they suck at approaching. They don't know how to carry themselves. They don't know how to sense a woman's interest level or comfort. They don't know how to give her outs. So they don't know how to not be too pushy. There's a million things you just need to do. The social awareness that you need to practice a lot to be someone charming enough to make a woman seem interested in your identity.
See, me and you agree right there. See, I agree with you that guys need to spend a lot of time around these women to get really good at it. Like it's to get socially calibrated. So you're really calibrated. So how do we get calibrated to the hottest girls? The best, because if you're trying to do something like this and get really good with women, isn't it best to go around the hottest girls? So then you get calibrated faster. Like, are you trying to, get calibrated with that girls first? No. So if we go to the hottest girls, earlier you were saying the clubs are horrible. This is where you go to get calibrated by the girls that are 10s, though. If you're trying to get calibrated to that level and be very comfortable about even the biggest titty girls, you got to do that.
You have to talk to them. I would always advise.
But
it's always a good idea to talk to people.
You talk to them after the club. You go and get fucking pizza after and shit. Like there's lots of.
That's great. That's great.
That's how you end up talking.
That's awesome.
Sorry, there's one thing I want to add when you're done. Go ahead.
Wait, what's at issue here is if approaching is a good strategy, and I've narrowed it down to a very specific type of approach.
We both agree, yeah, that cold approach is fine, but there's two different kinds of cold approach.
What, direct and indirect?
No, intent and non-intent. Like,
okay, sure. It depends. If sparks are flying from the first moment, intent doesn't fucking matter. You're good. That's usually not the case.
So basically, what you're running with my play is the option. Like I don't know if you've watched football. I don't really even watch football. But back in the day, Vince, he always to run the option on for the Longhorns. And basically, he has the option as the quarterback to throw the football to the running back or keep running it and get the touchdown. And when you do it this way, when you don't show intent, you're right. Sometimes the sparks are there, and you're going to end up hooking up with that girl that night. But basically, you're running up. And you got the ball, and you have the choice of if you're going to pitch it and fucking lay her or not, and that's based off of how the interaction goes. But you're still going to make it far, even if you don't do that, because even if she's not into you, you're going to end up getting into her network of her girlfriend. You're going to have pre-selection if she's a 10 next to you.
Yeah,
other girls closer to you. You're just not ruining it, because when a guy sits there and like say he thinks he knows that she likes him, he thinks she's showing choosing signals because maybe she touched his arm a little bit, maybe she looked at him along, and he's like, oh, I think that she really likes me, I'm gonna go for it, and say he ruins it, then it's over with. Like he already ruined it right there, and she thinks that he's a weird fucking creep or whatever. When if he would have done compliance tests, if he would have put her through a compliance loop and said, "Oh, do you want to go eat pizza here? Cool. All right. Oh, do you want to go here? I'm gonna change my shirt. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, let's go to this other club. Okay, after that, hey, let's go back to my place. Oh, hey, do you want to go to the bedroom?" If you did those compliance tests and you never showed intent, you just did compliance tests, you don't have these issues.
Yeah, sure. Like there's obviously a level of keeping your cards close to your chest in all new social interactions. So everything you said works for not just making women your friend first, but also doing a classic approach with trying to date them or whatever, take them home. But the compliance tests, everything you described works in all directions. My point is that you shouldn't be going through like a complex tree search algorithm with every one of your interactions. Do what feels good. Have fun with it.
Like
And
I said, bro,
if it'd be more fun to be a friend, do that. If it'd be more fun to try to like flirt harder and like sexualize things more because that's working, do that.
Oh,
like I said, bro, I learned naturally all this stuff. Okay, I had to learn
That's
how
awesome.
to other people because I wanted to be able to get better at actually teaching people. So I had to find terms and how to say things better and all that shit. But for the most part, I learned everything natural, and I tell guys to go learn things natural, man. I don't want guys to sit here on the internet or try to script things and shit. No, I hate doing all that. But the bottom line, the real reason why that shit ends up becoming a thing and you have to learn so well at teaching it that way is because autists online do need somebody to hold their hand and walk them through it.
Most men didn't learn to flirt in like middle school and high school.
Yeah,
That's
so
why all
weird,
this stuff
which I
a
think is
thing.
weird too, also, bro, because I learned in like junior high, you know. So, but yeah, a lot of guys do. They need you to hold their hand, and so you got to kind of say it in these step by step ways. But I agree with you that they shouldn't do any of that. That's why I make it simple, where you just hang out with girls. If you make it that fucking simple, literally pussy can fall into your lap. It is not. I'm not kidding when I say that. I've had threesomes that fell into my lap. I didn't try to have them. Okay, and that's the thing. And I'm not some fucking hot dude. Like, I'm kind of tall, but like I really was not. Like, I'm a gaming nerd that was super skinny for most of my life. Super skinny, like 140 pounds, 6 foot tall dude. So I don't think that this is something that only some guys can do. And I think Michael Sartain proves it too with all of his clients. With my clients, people prove that you do not have to pursue women at all. You don't.
Yeah, there's social circle game, and then that's called social circle game, and it's very important. Having an abundant, rich social life is a prerequisite to a lot of things. Like, if you're a loner, you need to fix that first before like you become whatever kind of dating genius that you want to become, right? So yes, having a good social circle is foundational. Having a lot of friends is always better than not having a lot of friends. First of all, because you'll always have interesting things to do because you have a big pool to draw from. Second of all, it's like, yes, you can meet girls that way. You can become comfortable with women that way. But to say that this should be done to the exclusion of approaching women, I think is like straightforwardly wrong.
Remember, I'm agreeing with you to approach them. It's just the intent.
I mean, expressed intent or like internal intent.
Like I'm telling you, like mostly express. I mean, both, honestly. Like they like internally, they need to get over trying to fucking do that, thinking about it, and then also, you know, how they're expressing it. They need to also not express that they want to try to sleep with this girl. Like I said, you can do the compliance test, man. You don't even have to pursue.
If you would have a good time, if someone would have a good time in the interaction, in the process of it, if they would enjoy the process by abandoning that advice, they should abandon it. They shouldn't listen to that.
Yeah,
if they would have a good time.
Don't get me wrong, bro. Is it fun to fucking meet a girl and within 15 minutes we're making out at the bar and within fucking 45 minutes we're getting in the car and we're already going to my spot and I'm fucking smashing her and then she gives me glug 3,000 for fucking 3 hours? Yeah, like that's fun and all. Yeah,
That's a great way to meet a girl.
Yeah, it's been some crazy experiences, but I don't like. I'm just saying that's a rarity. I think only a high percentage, like only the top percent of dudes.
What do you mean by percentage? Do you mean physical looks?
It's like what I was saying originally. The top 4.5% of men, attractive looks.
By physical looks.
Yes, physical.
Okay, that's wrong. That's wrong.
No, I mean that's what the studies show. 4.5%.
I guess that'll be the first time the study's been wrong.
I don't like to appeal to authority, but you started the entire debate with you appealing to a stat. So, I was going to appeal to
stats are what I'm saying. Like basically, like that's like saying something almost that's like obvious to our senses is wrong. Like do not know any guys who are not that attractive and who are short or whatever, who are just like social butterflies who just they always have the personality type that's conducive to this. They're very interested in people. That kind of makes them have a larger than life personality because they get energized by other people. And so they always want to talk to someone. And these guys are always really fucking good at talking to women and they're never wanting for that. You can become that. You can get new interests, and that interest can include people. But I think we have some agreements on like you can't. Let's say I'll reinforce what I said before by dovetailing with this point. Those guys just naturally enjoy the process of interacting with people. They enjoy the process. They don't have some kind of goal in mind that they're going to be unhappy till they reach. Torsia, you're laughing. What's up?
Not at you. I'm sorry at my comment.
I didn't think you were.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah, chat before Torsia. Do you think most? I mean, let's get Annie. I know what the study.
You guys don't date men, so it's like obvious that you have absolutely zero fucking idea how these men approach. You guys have the right idea, and I get it, but like, do you realize how most men approach women online and in person?
Yeah, they suck. That's my whole. That's
no,
literally
it goes
what.
Beyond sucking. It goes beyond the entitlement to come up and then ask things like, so do you want to go fuck as the first thing you say? Like, that's insane to me. Maybe that works, but I'm talking like a has no social awareness type way. Like the risk, they don't give a fuck. Sorry, am I really loud?
You're fine.
Sergio. It's like, do you know how most men will come up to a girl? It's like, wow, your outfit makes you look fucking fuckable. It's like, dude, go home.
It doesn't work.
This is like, go home.
That's why you made an app so they say the right thing.
Okay, so you tell
men
a guy,
are so incompetent that I'm aware of how incompetent men are. This is the entire
Right. But I'm saying, like, even
reason for
online,
existence of my business.
Even online, they did a study that talked about how men, because they're behind a screen, they feel like they have more risk or whatever it's called. So they'll say absurd shit, and it's always, "Do you want to suck my dick?" or like, "Do you want to fuck later?" And it's like, dude, the average dudes. No top, none of that shit. Like all average dudes, or what they fall back on is, hey,
yeah,
hey.
Why can't you just say, hi, my name's, or hey, you dropped something, your standards. Hi, I'm Brian. Why can't you be funny and humble? That's all.
It's because men aren't good at that stuff naturally. They have to be taught.
It sounds like most guys shouldn't be doing
they don't
that,
listen. Men don't listen. I've been telling them since day one. Not all men, obviously, but like
most.
I'm just saying, in a nightclub where you have the top 4%, they're at tables. Why do you still suck? You're dealing with average girls, average men. Well, the average girl can get like a really top guy. No, it's the hottest girls in a nightclub go to the tables, period. Like you're on the same level as these girls. You overthink it by thinking that you're this like ugly Shrek. You're not.
If you want to... And like, do you agree? I think you missed it when I gave my first spiel. My opening statement.
I'm just yelling because this is my personality.
So no sweat. My whole idea is that people like being approached because that's an unexpected thing that generally makes their day more interesting. They like people talking to them.
No, I wish they would leave me alone.
Yeah,
okay. Hold on.
But I'll tell. It's about how you come up to me. You can change that really quickly, 100%. But like, I would rather you guys not approach.
Okay, no, I'm saying like, if you come up to a girl, you're like, "Hey, baby, want some fuck?" Yeah, like that's
what they say. Okay, that is literally what they say. So honestly, I wish they would not.
Because what that is a man coming up with his hands out, needing something. So please give me something. Yeah, but then if someone comes up to you and they look like they're having a good time, they look like they're just like overflowing with this abundance and positivity. They look like they're having an adventure that night.
Like and you're alone. Festival, like those
or whatever. Or like you are alone on your phone. You kind of your crew didn't want to come out, but you wanted to go out or whatever.
Yeah.
You want to be part of their night. you want to be drawn into the fun they're having, and them coming up to you is like the best gift that could have happened to you. So like most people's days consist of wake up, go to work, come home, watch Netflix, go to bed. Like they want they're craving some kind of unpredictability and excitement and adventure and mystery in their lives. And so in this day and age, someone just coming up and being charming and fun and talking to you and demonstrating that is like a gift. Even if it's not romantic, even if it's just a group of friends who seem like they're fun and you want to be part of their fun. Same concept. It's generalizable to that. This is my the basis of believing that most people want to be approached because they want new excitement in their life. They want new options in their life.
I mean, I somewhat agree, you know, that like people do want that, and that's why I think it's good to.
You don't really agree with that.
Well, like I think it's good to
Uh-oh.
try to like talk to people, but it's just the intent, man. I just think that
Listen, all the intent is I'm trying to smash, and we can tell. We can tell 100%.
Yeah, unless you're like really hot, dude, I wouldn't go up to the girl at the grocery store unless she's like looking at me 3 or 4 fucking times and like it's clear. Like, dude, if you
think you're staring at us, that's why we're looking at you.
But they like I have a girl with me
because someone who does that sucks at it.
I think I just in general, like she's saying, most guys suck at it, so it's just best for them not to do it or to do it the correct way.
They should do it the correct way.
Something to put them in a better position. But like the correct way isn't saying the right thing. Like you're trying to say that if they say the right thing or they got this riz, bro. They don't got the riz though.
Yeah, but certain things you
men are
can
delusional
say
about their capabilities
that put you in that vibe. Because you have to feed off each other. I know you hate the word vibe, y'all. I know. I'm sorry.
But I like the word vibe, Torch. I use it all the time.
Right. But like when I say, hey, you dropped something, your standards. Hi, I'm so-and-so. It makes her laugh right away. And she's going to lead the conversation for you to follow. But when you go up there trying to be this confident dude, and then it just, hey, ladies, like it's go home. We don't like you scare us. You scare us. Honestly, we're trying to deem you safe in the first 5 seconds.
Yes, you need
and
to
you
establish.
Always get deemed unsafe by your weird shit.
You need to establish comfort, and men are
like
so
you
bad
have
at
a
that.
sister.
Or just like seem approachable.
Well, the way that you establish comfort, like there's only 2 things that I say to do, and that's either have a girl with you, and that immediately, that's
that's a hack. Have the girl.
Immediately makes you look safe. You're not the scary guy in the woods anymore because there's a woman next to you. But then also going up and inviting to something, but it can't be a clear invitation to fuck. It has to be a clear invitation to something that is high value and fun, or better than or other options are.
You're an insane person if you go up to a girl and you're like, hey, do you want to go have sex? No, that's obviously crazy.
But it's just like most, I would like to get your number. I would like to be able to do this. And like, if you lead it with like, I just want to invite you to this dope thing where I'm inviting a bunch of other girls too.
Yeah, because you provide value.
Guys, why do girls not give out their numbers? Just out of curiosity.
Because dangerous.
Dangerous?
Hold on, are you asking us hypothetically because you have the answer?
I'm just asking because it seems like when you don't get the number, it's like I fucking failed, and it's like kind of, but not really.
Getting the number itself is pretty meaningless. Numbers don't mean that much.
Yeah, because if you've been around women, they're flaky. They won't even respond.
Well, and they're afraid of directness. They're afraid of confrontation. So there was I'll give this guy my number, so he'll go away or whatever. Also, it's because
they stalk us. They stalk us.
Like
they literally will take our phone numbers, put it into Google, get our address, and stalk us.
That's insane.
I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass. So like if a girl's like, hey, I'll give you my Instagram, they took that from bartenders because we used to do that instead of giving our numbers out. So we could be like, hey, come see us. Like if they were big spenders or something, but we would give out our Instagram first. So then I can see, is this guy relatively normal? Like, is he just showing me the memorabilia from like a hockey team 20 years ago as his profile picture? Like, who do they have mutual friends? I can check. Like, this guy seems cool, but he's kind of, I don't know.
So the point of the good advice is to basically handle. The only reason you should communicate by text or by an Instagram DM or whatever is logistics to set a date up.
Always get the Instagram.
Yeah.
You'll never get rejected.
Yeah,
Seriously.
Instagram is pretty good. But why numbers or even instas don't work is because people just say, "Oh, if I have it, I'm good." That's as good as having a date. That's not true. You need to establish your identity, why you're interesting, and make her comfortable in the interaction leading up to getting the phone number, or it's worthless. You need to be memorable. You're just otherwise you're just a guy from a random number she hasn't saved to her phone. That's it.
But like, see, I agree with you, but I know I bartended in nightclubs everywhere, Vegas, Houston, Chicago, whatever. And I've had thousands of numbers given to me. I've had many dudes ask for them. There was only one time I can think of in my brain where I was like, the next day I was like, oh, I wish they'll text me. I wish I had their number. One.
Probably because he established why he was interesting or charming in the
right,
process of getting it.
My point to that is like, I don't know if that's the best advice. I think that's better for somebody who's like intermediate, like somebody that cannot
what
even
is?
Like is saying you have to be memorable. It's like most guys take that
don't
and
be a clown.
But the thing is, like, I talk about this a lot. Is like guys are so mean to fat women in the club to the point where they treat them like they don't exist. I know it sounds funny, but just hear me out. They treat them like absolute shit, even the ugliest dudes in the club. So when I see men come up to us entitled and lack social awareness, it's because it's not, oh, why are you talking to me? It's, I'm going to watch this guy and see how he treats everyone around them. And like, he's fucking horrible to the fat women. I talk about it so much. Can I get 5 shots? Wait, what about me? 6. He's like 5. He doesn't even like take her opinion in. And it's like I don't, guys might be nervous to approach us and they're like, oh, I want to get the hot girl, but they don't talk to everybody like a normal human. They just don't. They need advice on how to talk.
So I think a problem with this is
I lost my train of thought.
No, I think you brought up a good point. When someone acts like that, they're acting like that as a very simple and naive like algorithm or flow chart to like get to something they want. They're not enjoying the moment, because if you're enjoying the moment, you don't need to treat people like they're just sexual prospects. You're having fun with them, and how much you want to fuck them isn't going to matter. Like fat people can be fun to hang out with, even if you're. I
want to question if you're even straight the first time I meet you. It needs to be borderline gay, if I'm being honest. Ask any woman. Ask anyone. They'll be like, oh, yeah, shit.
I think my girlfriend told me I have a gay voice. And she's like, I like it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because you get deemed safe in the beginning. It's like, if I'm like,
having a feminine side goes far.
Yeah, because you're like, I don't know if he's into me. I think he might be into dudes.
And it makes them more interesting. It makes
my dog. Sorry, keep going.
No, I agree with everything you said. Like showing off. First of all, like if you buy a drink for everyone but a fat girl, you're showing yourself to not be a magnanimous person.
Should buy water bottles for the whole group. It's cheaper. And it sets you as the guy that's safe and a provider. And then you can see if you want to buy shots later.
Well, and so like how you treat people who aren't like immediately useful to you. If you treat them very well, that demonstrates that you are so abundant that you can afford to be magnanimous. You are so awesome that you can lift up the guy who's like an aspy dork and include him in your night and give him the best night of your life. That's power, to be able to transform someone's night like that. And if you're the one who's able to do it, that's status, that's competence, that's power. And so how you treat people who you think are below you really matters. People see it. And if you treat them like, no, I don't have enough for you, you're like this like scarcity mindset little shit. And no, like that seems like petty and grasping.
Sometimes I think men as well will see women as really entitled from like YouTube and stuff, but they're not catching like the social calibration. Like women aren't like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's bitches out there. There's women that are going to be rude, but most of the time women care about the others around them. They care about the homeless guy, they care about the security guard. So when you don't demonstrate that you do that as well, women just see you as trying to fuck them, and it's just really unattractive. I want to think that you don't want to fuck me. That makes me want to fuck you.
Yeah, the opposite. That's why I teach guys
Because
the opposite of it, because that's what makes girls want to sleep with you more.
I think no, the whole opposite day thing is misdiagnosing what's going on here. I think the actual active ingredient of what Torsia is talking about is that if a guy wants to fuck you, then he's like grasping, he's needy. He has this mindset of just trying, like he doesn't have enough in his life, and so he's living some like socially impoverished lifestyle. He's a loser. But like a guy who knows what he wants and goes for it is like just fine too. The whole point is different. There's a difference between wanting something and needing it. You can have desires. This just means you're like alive.
Men are parasitic.
Yes. If a man seems like, hold on, I'm glad you used that terminology. Okay. If a man seems like he's a parasite, like he's clinging on to you and he's like, he needs to take something from you, that's the most unattractive thing there is. But if his desires are such that he's giving something to you, well, that's a whole different story.
I'd argue
He's providing value to you.
Parasitic dudes, man. I know tons of girls who stay with a dude who was just playing video games all day long.
Most men have mommy issues and they operate being like parasitic. They do so much in the beginning. As soon as they get the relationship, it drops off. Fake. But women do that shit too. So like, don't get me wrong. I'm just a bitch who dates men.
I think she really likes him though. If she stays with him, even when he's broke and stuff like that.
No, we hope you change.
Well, like you hope they change, but at the same time, like you're accepting of it though.
I could change my opinion tomorrow. Be right back.
If a woman makes excuses for a man, that's an unforgeable demonstration of devotion. That means she's truly attracted to him.
Yeah, break rules for alphas and make rules for betas, as we say. Are you new to the whole manosphere, like red pill space completely? Like you don't know anything?
I mean, I know the terminology. I haven't heard that one though.
What?
I've had to read all this.
Make rules for alphas or break rules for alphas and make rules for betas.
Listen, stop telling men not to simp. Okay, because all men have to simp on some regard. And the more that you tell these dudes that take your word for word algorithm, they come up to us literally needy as fuck. And they have to simp a little bit so I can deem you safe. Just a little bit, whatever that is. Okay.
The whole problem with these like very widely used terms is that everyone means something a little bit different when they're talking about them.
I like a man with simp tendencies. What
do you mean by what is good simping? Describe it exactly.
Torsia, you know that
anticipates my needs before I do.
Torsia, you know that you know that you're always going to say your strategy, which is to have the simp because you're a woman. So no, I agree with you.
No. I used to say the opposite until I really paid attention to what dudes were saying. And you know what? The thing is, they don't listen, Sergio. They're going to simp. It's how they simp. Are you
but it's not even just
how. Your wallet? What do you mean by simping? We need to define our terms here if we're gonna have a useful conversation.
Yeah. I'm gonna define it. So simping is what we usually say is an equal exchange of value, unequal exchange of value. If it's unequal and you're giving more to her than she's giving back to you in whatever way, then that's simping. So like I don't think that like technically I simped for my girl when I took her on our first date, but I already knew she liked me.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. Guys lead with the sexual and comfort's here. And when you say don't simp, it's like
your mic just like went down.
Oh, sorry. It's because I have my fan on. It's worse. I don't know. Sorry, I'll shut up.
Simping means to use like excessively non-reciprocated tactics or acts in an attempt
that was another way of
make a girl attracted to you.
Okay, well, if a guy compliments us, that's also something.
It has to be an attempt to get her to give you affection. If you give an unequal exchange just out of magnanimity, that's not simping.
Like he's only being the dishes to get laid vibes.
No,
Right. But
it's like being
something
kind
good-
versus. It's also being kind versus nice. So, like, if you're being kind and you just do a nice thing for somebody, or you do something for somebody, and you don't expect anything in return, you're just being kind. That's just a kind gesture. But I think that a nice guy is like, oh, I'm gonna hold the door open. Oh, she didn't say thank you. She's a bitch. Or it's or I'm gonna buy her like these cookies. Hopefully, she replies to my text later now because I ordered these cookies.
Desperate.
Yes.
Those guys are, trying
It's
to force an
goal-oriented.
exchange. It's a nice guy because you're trying to force the exchange.
You can't buy
And
my
women
love.
don't like a guy who's doing that just because he expects something in return. Now,
Well,
if he
they
did it
don't-
just because he just did it, and then he's still cool the next time she sees him and shit, and she didn't even respond to his text message, she's like, oh, this guy's not like those weirdos.
Yeah, but men are operating transactionally. Sorry, go ahead.
One of the
Yeah, most
reasons
guys are
women
operating
don't like
transactionally,
this is because women aren't attracted to men who don't enforce their boundaries.
Yes, Dr. Glover, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Woo!
I have read that book.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I had to read all this shit to train wingman. Some of it good, some of it not so good. But that was a good one. And you not enforcing boundaries, I think, is the demonstration of a lot of really other ugly qualities that
Pushover.
Yeah, that are under the hood. For example, if you don't enforce your boundaries, that indicates that, like, is this the best this guy can do? He has no other options. Or if you don't enforce boundaries, then you're weak. That you wouldn't be able to enforce boundaries in a situation that would benefit her, so on and so forth.
You don't enforce boundaries.
It's extremely
unless you're
unattractive
sleeping with somebody.
Yeah. Well, no. If a woman does something, if a woman you're just talking to casually does something disrespectful, you're like, no.
The boundary is I don't talk to her anymore. Like I'm not fucking you, so there's nothing to tie me.
It could
Now,
be.
if I'm having sex with her, and she's like,
real things.
Yeah, but like, say you're having sex with a girl, and she's like, hey, I want this to be more. It's like, okay, we can make this more, but here's the boundaries. It's gonna be like this.
I'm using boundary in a much more informal sense.
What do you mean?
With your time.
Well, just like how you let people treat you in casual conversation. Even this applies for men and women. People will treat you like you let them treat you. I'm trying to think of a good example.
That's why I yell when I'm not heard.
Yeah, but I don't like. I never would let a girl, like, even when you do the friend zone stuff or anything like this, like, you don't ever let a girl disrespect you. Still, it's still you still have boundaries.
Yeah,
I mean,
it could be very small, subtle stuff.
friends?
It doesn't have to be like, well, here's the rules, and we're doing like it's small, subtle stuff like what she can get away with without you sort of pushing back. And women want to be pushed back on.
Yeah, we test you for that.
Yeah, testing is real, and I think most women are aware of it.
But a lot of times women will test, and like when guys say women are testing, like in the red pill space or whatever, that's just our way of flirting. It's not, are you worthy of our time? But there's
sure.
like
No,
other times.
the suggestion is that there's like a subconscious assessment mechanism going on.
Not really.
Well, you wouldn't know because if it were unconscious, you wouldn't know that.
That's the area of YouTube that I'm in, so I have to be aware of when I do it.
I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I think women have trouble analyzing
the unconscious
and
ones.
reflecting.
Are you just trying to fuck me like that one?
I mean, sure, that's a test.
But is it unconscious or is that deliberate?
I don't know. That seems. It could be both. I don't know. Women are very unconscious beings. They operate very much.
Well, they're manipulative too, though, and like
we have a strategy, and we are implementing the strategy. And the better we are at it, the more it's unconscious.
So some are certainly conscious because you're conscious of them.
Consciously manipulative.
I would say the unconscious tests are the ones that like,
oh,
are you just saying that to me because you're trying to fuck me? That's why I said that one, because it's so quick when it comes that women probably, they don't even think that they're trying to test. Do they want to actually go further and sleep with the guy? That's like the argument or whatever.
Well, no, I think the test is to see his authenticity, to see how he deals with unexpected or destabilizing comments that could shake his confidence. If he handles them correctly, that is a very credible signal of being
that you're normal,
confident, that you're not putting on some act to get something. Yeah, that you're normal.
They kind of all look that way. It takes time to like suss out or whatever.
What looks that way?
Most like, oh my god, my dog. I don't know what she wants. I've given her everything. Yes, bitch. Come here. I know how to talk to my women. Sorry, what was the question again? I just totally forgot.
Well, you said something. I think they're all like that. And I was like, well, I'm trying to
wait. That they have a mask? Oh yeah, because men will put on their best self, just like women will. Women do it too. Their mask falls off.
Sure.
But here's my example. A guy tells me he travels for work, and I find out he does Uber. Okay,
that's funny.
Right, that's the truth. That's what we're dealing with, yo.
He's not lying.
He travels within the city for work.
He does logistics for a for a Fortune 500 company.
He travels from 12th Street to 30th Street.
I don't know.
So yeah, I mean, everyone. That's just how people exist.
You should downplay yourself.
Hold on. I behave differently with my parents than I behave with my closest friends, even though I'm very comfortable with being myself around both of them. It's just there's a different persona or procedure that I emphasize in either of those situations. I don't think that's being inauthentic.
I think
I will make different jokes to my grandmother than I'll make to my friends.
Yeah, you got to keep it the same throughout. I'm going to tell grandma a crazy ass joke.
That's a very unusual way to behave.
No, you're talking about like social norms or whatever.
Yeah. Or just like the aspect of yourself you choose to emphasize with different groups of people. That's just like literally a basic.
It's just like also manipulation too, kind of, isn't it? If we're getting like on semantics.
if we have it, that's like a ludicrously.
Yeah.
That's a ludicrously defined down definition of manipulation. So I think the answer is no.
No.
I mean, we could see from evolutionary psychology, women had to be manipulative for all of history because that was their only survival mechanism in a lot of cases. So I actually think women
try to win the loyalty of men.
Consciously. Yeah, it's just both though. It's subconscious and consciously. They're very manipulative for good reason sometimes.
I don't know. Sometimes I think about that. I'm like, men are manipulative too. The difference between men and women is women's strategy for manipulation benefits you at the same time. When it's the reverse, it doesn't seem to benefit the woman. There's more costs. Sex, I mean, like if a guy just wants a woman for sex and the woman wants a relationship with him or something, she's going to manipulate him into a relationship, but it serves you both. When a guy wants to manipulate a girl, let's say, into thinking that he wants a relationship but doesn't, he's trying to get sex from it, and there's a cost to that is so high that it's not worth it.
That's so funny.
Because I'm right.
So now she's justifying female manipulation.
I'm not justifying people manipulating. I'm just saying that's the difference between male and female.
Chastise women for behaving how they behave. What are we?
Well, I mean, she's just showing that there's a benefit to society. Like their manipulation is beneficial to society.
To the man, it's beneficial to the guy. He can still get sex from it.
It's good for the community too to have more babies.
What's an example?
It lowers their testosterone. It's even better.
What's an example of male manipulation? Men doing manipulation.
I don't know.
Mostly Chads. Let's be real here, Torsha. It's only the top percent.
Chads don't fucking exist. Don't get me started on this. Delusional.
See, everyone has a different definition of what a chat is. So these conversations are always
I'm talking about their like the black
if you're saying that there's no white dudes if you're saying there's no white dudes that get all the bitches, then I guess I kind of agree with you. I'm just kidding.
What?
I'm done.
Well, no, like when I say like Chad or anything, I just mean Edgar's, Tyrone's, any of the top dudes.
Yeah, but you called yourself ugly earlier, and you're literally a Chad. Dude. Like, what are you talking about? You can't. How's your girlfriend, by the way? Love her. How's she doing? You're still with her, right?
Yeah, I'm with her, Torsha. What's up, Rob?
I mean, this is another problem of terminology. Everyone has a different definition of these words. Like, you're a Chad. It's like, I'm not a Chad. Then someone else is like, no, a Chad is actually a way of thinking. So I don't know.
I would say Chad is just the really buff dude that legitimately on his mom's couch.
No,
day
Dude,
long.
all the biggest
Pretty rough
chads I know are not buff.
You know, women statistically, when they pick men for long term or whatever, they go for the guy that isn't like all the way on the buff side. He's like 2 notches down. I think they did like 8 out of
Okay,
10.
sure. You just said long term, but yeah, for short term
Yeah,
mating
long term.
strategies. Yeah, but for short term, she'll definitely take
They
the
say
fucking-
that they're attracted to the really physical steroid dude, but not the one with the sorry, not steroid. Well, maybe the guy with the 6-pack abs that isn't huge to the point where he looks like he's about to pop. There's like
course,
2 types.
It's 1.6 shoulder to waist ratio. That's deep. Like, you know how
Yeah,
much
let me just go take my temp. Hold on.
I'm just saying, I just measured myself the other day, and I've been going to the gym for like a solid year now. I'm like 1.4, so it's hard to get to 1.6. It's not like you do have to either do testosterone or like get your shoulders massive or your waist super skinny to be able to get that.
Frame is a big part of it.
Women will date a guy that's not fit.
I'm not talking
necessarily.
about. I'm just
Women
saying fucking. I'm just saying fucking. I'm saying short-term mating strategy. I'm
Okay,
saying
but
just
women
like,
are not
Women don't care-
short term.
women-
They
women
don't
don't-
think that
hold on.
way.
but they
Women
do.
also
Of
don't
course,
care about muscles
don't you
that
talk
much
about
and
the
initially
six-
attractive.
I'm
exception
talking
to the
about
rule
it
of
from
bullshit.
no. This is
You're-
Louise Perry's book. The case against the sexual revolution. They asked women, "Do you want a long term or short term?" When it didn't matter, nobody could see them, but it was a cross cultural study, so it was around the world.
many
Every
cultures
single
was
woman
it?
said long term relationship.
How many cultures was it? And does
I think it was
conflict
like
with-
over a couple hundred. I mean, it was like a
that's more than
big,
Dr.
big
Davis
study.
was. This I don't
But
believe.
not,
I
but
didn't
then
even
hold on.
believe
This is not the same thing as if you ask women, what do you look for in a short-term partner? See, that's where like people mix it up. Like if you're asking specifically on who you date for short-term or pick for short-term, like yes, there's gonna be women that are fucking. They're fucking the top 4%.
Portia, let's be real here. Every girl is doing that. Just some lie about it. Like, let's be like that. That's a Madonna
Maybe
whore
I
complex.
don't date women, but I'm telling you, like
That's Madonna whore complex. But when we teach guys what you just said, it automatically teaches them to have a Madonna whore complex and be like, oh, there's certain good girls and then there's the bad girls. And it's like that's the worst
Women
thing a guy can
totally
have.
behave differently than
The
other
worst
women.
thing a guy can think about because
What-
then he
what
treats
is-
certain girls special because he puts them on a pedestal and thinks that they're special and they're not like the other girls. Like that's horrible thought process.
But the thing is,
You
even
know
if
that
men,
all girls can be
but
dirty.
even if men wanted a good girl, they're entertaining the toxic women. Okay,
They're
like,
all toxic.
true.
Like we gotta stop like distinguishing them as
But
different
that's what
because-
you just said. I was building
I'm
off of what you were saying.
I know.
You
I'm
said
just
the
saying
thing
it's
about
really,
good women, Madonna whore. What, a virgin? I don't know what you mean.
no. I mean that guys have that default setting in their brain where they think there's good girls and there's bad girls. They're like, oh, this is the town whore that we all
So they
fuck,
think in black and white.
nobody likes, and I'm not going to be with her because she slept with me on the first day. And then the girl, it's like, oh, she makes me wait for 6 months because she's a good girl. But little does he know that girl that made him wait 6 months was fucking
Bold of you.
sad.
Bold
know,
of you to assume that men would turn down the town bicycle, first of all. Like,
I'm not saying
bold.
that he would. I'm saying for the relationship.
Oh, please,
throwing-
men,
he's throwing
men,
the shoe trap.
men can't get that far. They want to, but they can't. They'll take what they can get. That's one of the biggest
That's most-
issues. Sorry, I'll shut up. My dog keeps barking.
I agree with you that most
She
people-
kind of can't get on the bed. She's a little thick right now.
Wait,
There
so
she
what you're
goes.
saying? All women are whores? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, we're joking.
Well, not,
Right,
well,
right.
like, I just
I'm not
all
being
women
serious
can
when I
be-
say
I-
like generalizations.
I think
I'm
all
just-
women can be for the right guy, and
Yeah.
I think that a
That
lot of
means
guys
she's
lie to
attractive
So
then.
men
themselves.
are desperate.
There's tons of guys who get married though, and they're like, my wife, she doesn't do that. She doesn't suck dick. That's horrible. She's never sucked a man's dick before, and it's just like, bro, she told you she has
In
a fucking body
2024?
count and she has a 12, and she did suck dick before, and like the thing is, these guys lie to themselves and think that they get some special
I'm
angel.
marrying a virgin.
Yeah, well, that's ridiculous. I hate it when guys lie to
Okay.
themselves. Like, now, if a guy actually got a virgin, I take all this back. Like, go ahead,
No,
bro.
I want to marry a virgin, Sergio.
No, you're not,
Virgin
Torsten.
male.
100%. I'm not lying. I am literally not lying.
What's he gonna teach you?
I'm so like men teach us how to fuck.
No, I'm talking about anything. What's he gonna teach you in fucking anything? If he hasn't fucked yet, he hasn't done anything probably.
That's not true.
Show me one virgin who's
wrap themselves
successful in
up
other
in
ways.
this. No.
Show me one virgin who's successful in anything else.
Okay, would love to.
I've never
actually.
met a virgin that's also successful in a business or anything.
Really? Because the virgins are the ones that wait till marriage to have sex, so therefore
No,
they're
most
way
of these
more
virgins,
commitment
Portia,
worthy in a
most of these
business partnership. What?
Portia, most of the guys that are virgins are just virtue signaling Christians that can't get pussy even if they wanted to. Like even if they could, or even
Why
if
do you say that?
like
Don't make fun of my Christians. I'm coming for you.
no, because they're virtue signaling. Like most of them couldn't get
All men do.
No, I don't fucking virtue signal.
You did earlier. Yes,
How?
you did. You
How?
were like, yes, because you were like, I could pull pussy all the time, or whatever you said. I pay
That's not
attention
virtue
to the
signaling.
men.
Saying, just bragging. That's not virtue. Virtue
Fine.
signaling is being virtuous. Come on, you're not
Yeah, you're right. You're
Virtue
right. You're
signaling is
right.
bragging about how good of a person you
a
are.
virtue.
Yeah.
Yeah, virtuous thing. That's not a virtuous thing. That's just me bragging
Yeah, you're
about.
right. You're right.
Yeah,
Okay, but why is it bad if I want a virgin, but it's cool if other men want a virgin?
Why do
I'm
you
just
say-
saying
why do
you're
want a
lying. You
virgin?
don't really want a virgin.
Yeah,
Like
I don't
think
want to
that's
get
true.
married,
True.
period. But if I did, it would be to a virgin.
she said,
Why?
I know why you're saying this because you got a bunch of simps in your chat, and
No,
you know
I don't. You can't
get more
simp
super-
in my chat.
No.
You would get kicked out,
Guys,
dumbass.
I know what you're doing, Torsha. You can't.
Oh, you think I'm talking? The incels don't like me. You know that, right?
Are you
Yeah.
kidding?
You haven't
Rob,
watched me in a
Rob,
minute.
She's
They
a red
don't
pill
like
chick,
me.
Rob. She's more red pill than you are.
Yeah, I don't want to be red pilled.
Yeah, please.
But what
don't.
what do
Red
you have?
pill's a sado boot
La
camp.
la 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 la. What?
Pardon? Red
What
pill's
do you
for
got
sad
about-
weirdos. I hate the manosphere.
But but what do you have against red pill itself?
Me?
Like-
It's,
No, I'm
I think
asking
it's like my problem with red pill is that it's like 55% true, which is an extremely dangerous level of truth to have. And the people who constitute the red pill tend to be angry, bitter, sad guys.
Bad actors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot
but,
of red pill advice is ridiculous.
But like
we
you said,
discussed some of this. We agree on this.
isn't true. Like what's not true? Like, are you talking about stats? Or are you talking about things that certain red pillars say for prescriptions?
Yeah.
Like,
Prescriptions.
okay. Well, red pill isn't a prescription. It's a
Yeah.
practicology, and it's just like
Okay,
and shit like
it makes
that. Now,
claims.
if
It
you
makes
don't
claims.
Myron, if you don't like Myron saying guys should sleep with 50 girls, I agree. I don't think that you need to sleep with 50 girls to understand women. So like we agree that a lot of red pill guys might say stupid prescriptions, but the actual red pill, the praxeology is legit. Like the facts aren't that bad.
It makes claims, and I disagree with them.
It made me hate men, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, these
For,
people are
like,
awesome.
That's why I stopped teaching women, because I ruined so many of my friends, and I was like, yo, I'm not telling women about this shit at all anymore. Because some of them are fucked up now, and it's like, okay.
Well, like it depends on the right, but like it just I have I used to really generalize from the not red pill. It's not red pill. It's the wrong people that give prescriptions at the top. If I'm being honest with you, red pill itself isn't, but it people will talk about it as if men only want us for sex.
Okay, hold on.
And if
So
you
what-
get to if you tell me that men only want us for sex, no matter what, I don't just lie to me at this point. Like, please, for the love of God, like. Just fucking lie to me. Like, let me be delusional. I have
Eat the steak, Portia. Just eat the steak. Ignorant bliss.
So
I can operate in ignorance, and I still get a better outcome than most men. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Rob.
It's hard for me. What are the core positions of red pill then? Because they're reducing
Not a
prescriptions.
philosophy.
It's not a philosophy, bro. There's no like core tenets, or there's no.
Yes, there are positions that it takes.
There's no No, dude.
No.
It's not axiom.
It's not having a feeling about anything. It just is. If you have
like
have a feeling about
what the
something,
Buddha
you made
achieved.
a prescription and you attached your belief set. So it's going to look
Yes.
different for like Christians or whatever. But
It's
it
not
is-
axiomatic.
What is the difference between red pill and non-red pill?
Red pill is just the studies of human nature. Like that's just us looking at the studies of human nature. Like certain evolutionary psychology studies are best, or biology, evolutionary biology. That's
So
just
it is a philosophy.
it's a description. No, it's a descriptor. It's looking at
How'd
it
you
can
get that?
it's written in pencil, bro. Like if Dr. David Buss makes a new study tomorrow and
Yeah,
it says
they'll,
that his
they'll,
stuff
like,
from 20
change
years
their
is
opinion.
different,
So red pill
Yeah, it
means
would
a
be
belief in
different.
science.
Wait,
it's not
what?
even a belief in science, because
No,
I really think
Sergio's
that
just
science-
giving like his idea of it.
yeah. Science
Okay.
is ever changing. Like we're always, a lot of these are
Yeah, no shit.
hypotheses. A lot of things are hypothesized also. like they can't be fully proven. It's just a hypothesis, especially like a lot of historical shit.
See, the red pill, like if I had to just piggyback off of whatever the fuck you just said, I wasn't paying attention. Like Dr. Glover, no more Mr. Nice Guy, teaching men to have boundaries, that stuff, like the actual OG shit. The shit where it's like men should only sleep with 18-year-old virgins. Like, I don't subscribe to that shit. How could I? Okay.
Okay.
I must
what I'm
be
trying
a
to
whore.
identify is like what are the core things, because everyone has their own brand of it.
Like I said,
a
there's
lot
like
of which is fucking ridiculous.
That's why I want you to understand, like the praxeology.
Oh, I was just giving
if you want to say what the core is,
Yeah.
it's that it's what hypergamy is. It's the percentage of men.
Okay.
Like,
so it has a position on hypergamy.
It's
has,
not positions though. It's just these are the facts of reality.
Oh my god, women date bums all the time. I hate the hypergamy thing.
A belief in a fact of reality is a position.
But not
it's a philosophical position.
But there's no belief in it though, because the thing is no. Because if you believe in a stat, you're ignorant, because stats can always be wrong, things can always change. There's
you have some level of belief in it.
There's like big fucking there's ones that are done really big and cross cultural. There's some that aren't. So we have to take it all with a grain of salt. That's why it's not a belief, because the belief would be constantly fucking changing every 3 seconds. It's not a belief. It's just, this is the stat. This is a red pill fact, or this is a red pill stat, and like
what makes a fact a red pill fact as opposed
well, I shouldn't have said fact. I will just say a stat. Like, this is a stat that I like. If it's about
a red
evolutionary psychology, if it's about evolutionary psychology, evolutionary biology.
Everybody, whatever you see in the red pill, you have to ask yourself, does this apply to my life? If it doesn't, throw it the fuck away. Okay, literally, you should go based off your experience on top of everything. Okay, just because it might give you insights, but it's not 100%.
So if something has a theory of verification, then it is a philosophy. No. If something has,
the red pill is not a philosophy. I hate that.
What the fuck is a philosophy then? What is it?
It's a praxeology.
I hate saying that. Like, I don't even like this conversation.
I like Andrew Wilson says it's the ontological nature of the way of saying it. Like, I disagree with that way of saying it, but
it's an ontological what?
Honestly, it was just a place where men shared notes originally on their
because ontology is just the study of how things are. So it's just the study of how things are. It's just the study of how the world is.
Which is a philosophy. If something is an ontology, it is a philosophy.
Everything you were talking about.
No, because an ontology is just the study of it. It's not saying that you believe in anything. It's just studying something.
Is this a debate on red pill, or are we going to keep moving?
We're going to argue over semantics forever.
I hate this shit. Please, can we not? It's boring to everybody.
Ontology is one of the pillars of philosophy. It is a philosophy. Is an ontology.
But again, Andrew is also Christian, so like he's attaching his belief set. There's going to be belief sets. That's why I'm like, can we just not talk about it? It's like, I mean, if you guys want to, I'll moderate. Fuck it. But it's boring.
I mean,
I feel like when you get too caught up with the semantics part of it, people will take it literally, and I don't think it's like the best thing. I don't know. If you guys want to, fucking shut up.
You need to set me up a debate with Yoda.
Okay, how about this?
So obsessed with me.
How about
Why don't you just email him?
I don't like red pill because I think red pillars generally suck. I don't know, because apparently we can't identify what the red pill is. Red pillars suck. They're not. There's nothing impressive or compelling about these people.
See. So we agree that a lot of red pillars, 90% say or so, is stupid and wrong and messed up, and even the leaders of it, like some of the people
leaders.
So
I hate this conversation.
Can we define the red pill as unorthodox or heretical beliefs about dating and women? Is that what the red pill is?
No,
because that's just prescription. That's just
the internet. It likes to be correct.
You can have. There are normative beliefs and then positive beliefs.
Yes.
There's not belief, bro. See, this is what you're getting confused. There's what is,
fact value
there's what you should do.
You have to have a belief in what is. People can have a disagreement on the facts.
Yes, you're right. That's what I said.
Yeah, you can.
With a grain of salt. You have to take it with it.
You can literally do that. There's no right way. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Deciding, discerning what is a fact and what is a non-fact is.
But you can have two at the same time.
I understand.
So then it's a what? So what do you mean?
So saying like this is a red pill fact.
Which is what? Can you give an example?
I don't know. That was.
That's
So
what I
then,
was
how
trying to
can we
say,
debate
like,
on whether
the
whether it's a fact or non-fact if
I'm,
we don't?
I'm
have
talking in generalities.
Exactly.
Like,
So is red pill.
my whole point is. My whole point is. I was like, okay, so
I know.
there's a
Trust me, I
belief
know.
in something, and like,
Exactly.
no. Then Spurgio said, well, no, because it's not prescriptive. You can have a belief that isn't prescriptive. That's just a belief. It's the fact value distinction. You can have a belief in what is versus a belief in what should be. What should be is prescriptive.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And?
Anyway, I don't think this is going anywhere.
It's just not. It's just not a belief set. Take it with a grain of salt. That's all.
No, I could steal Mana's point. So it's not. I get it, bro. It's that they're like they're saying that how if you say how like say like I'm a Christian and I say I think the world is only 10,000 years old. That is just a is statement, but it's a belief. I agree with you. It is a belief if you say that. But what we're saying is that because it's ever changing, because it's just based off of what is being shown, it's not a belief. It's not something that is solidified in something saying it's 10,000 years old.
There's always going to be different. Yeah, like there's always different.
That's just
like if all women want men.
Belief.
But listen, yes. So like if all women want men for money or something, you'll hear guys say that. I'll be like, not all the time. It's definitely, does he have a job? We like often. Men in uniform, but like I've dated men that were broke as shit. So it's like, that's like you can say most women want this, but then when you look at your own reality, is that what's really happening? It doesn't make it necessarily a fact. I think that's probably where we're getting mixed up. It's like
you can have a belief that you're not sure about.
But the red pill was originally men that got together and swapped notes on what works. So the stuff that worked a lot of the time would be deemed the fact, but it's still not a fact. You know.
So you need a position on what is considered something that works. That requires a theory of verification.
That is a
philosophy. So you just why did you give him that? You literally gave him that. Like, I hate you.
No, I was never given anything. It was
what are you talking about?
I feel like you gave him an easy position to beat because you told him that it was like
I'm
what
not
the
trying
OG
to score
red pill
points
was.
here.
No,
man.
he's still attaching a belief to it. I'm like, you have to believe in the fact.
It is a belief by what you just said. It is a belief.
You have to have a belief in what works, which is fine. It's
if you make it the OG red pill.
I don't even know why are we arguing about
not everybody is going to have it. Like it's not a collective. I hate it here. I fucking hate this shit. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. I was asking a very innocent question. I wasn't trying to score points. I'm not trying to win anything here. I was trying to like figure out what the fuck we're talking about. Anyway, I'm a philosophy nerd, so I wanted to actually get down to like yes.
To be honest with you, like you say that, but you come off the total opposite. If I'm being honest with you, so it's like you might
opposite
say
of what.
Like you're like, I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm like, okay, but when I'm talking and I didn't even finish the point, you're ready to jump in. Like, and I'm like, which is fine. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think I can anticipate when people are going.
Oh, okay.
Where they're going sometimes. I think I did. I might have been wrong.
It just comes off a little bit
standoffish.
Here I am with the tone police. It just comes off a little bit fucking triggered. And so I'm just gonna get triggered.
This is just how I talk.
Share energy.
I when I talk about something I'm like interested in, I get spurgy about
also like I'm so adamant about being like it's not a belief set, because when you promote that it's a belief set, that's when problems come. So that's why I was like adamant about being like, no, it's not this, no, it's not that, because then
nobody wants to make a cult.
Yeah, like not at all. Like
I don't mean like it's an entire world encompassing system of ideas. I'm not claiming it's that. I'm just saying, I'm making a very trivial point here, is to have an idea, you need to have a belief.
So then aren't we always believing? You know what I mean? It's a semantics thing.
Yes.
It's annoying to me is what I'm trying to get at.
There are people who disbelieve red pill methodologies or positions or claims.
What are the methodologies though?
There are millions of them. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what is core red. How can we even call this something?
There is no core red pill.
It doesn't exist. There's no such thing as red pill.
No, it's like.
So why do we have a word for it?
So here's the thing is you have a lot of people that promote and they're the big guys talking about the red pill. I don't know
Jay
any.
Penn of you have no business talking about. Fuck you, Jay.
I know there's nothing
I'm just
worse
kidding.
than a mansplain. I'm just kidding. I
The
hate that word, to
mansplaining
be
women
honest
to
with
men.
you. I hate the word mansplainer. I just think it's
People
so
know when I take issue with
derogatory.
when I take issue with red pill, people think I'm some kind of like mainstream blue pill like liberal. I'm not. I'm not that way at all.
I didn't
I'm
think
like,
that.
yeah, but like
A
oftentimes when
little
you get the red pill-
annoying, but not a
the red
liberal.
pill stupid, I got that going for me. But
With
no,
love,
it's like
I'm kidding.
my issues with it aren't like that it's like politically incorrect, like too spicy for me. It's just that I think every time I hear a red pillar open their mouth, it's like 50% wrong bullshit that comes out.
But can you give an example? Because
yeah,
can you
everything everything Andrew Tate says is
Okay,
fucking
yes, we
bullshit.
agree. The guy's
Everything-
fucking nuts.
everything
I've been
Andrew-
saying it.
But he came from the manosphere. He
But
came
that's
from
the
the red
issue
pill.
because he had it in a belief set way back when.
So
way back when.
yeah,
But
well, he
when
believed
you
things, so he had
like,
positions that could be attacked.
I'm sorry.
So yes, he took positions that they could actually be assessed and attacked. That happened. with
He
him.
switched all of his positions, but I know what you're saying. But my point is, when you hone in on this belief thing, I'm telling you how it translates. Did I scare him?
Oh,
I'm
he
just
dropped-
kidding. Did you click
Maybe he'll
off?
come back. Damn, Torsha, you always scare everybody. You're just. It's not how you been.
Fuck with you. I'm sorry.
Wow, man, spicy.
She's so masculine. I don't
Super.
care.
Oh, he's back.
I was like, did I scare you that much, Rob?
I was crying. I was hiding. No, I pressed
okay.
the wrong. I pressed the browser tab away. I had to delete it. Yeah, it's just one of these things where, like, I don't know. I like when people can really clearly understand each other when they're having a discussion. So there's some internet subcultures I think are really good at that. So they're really good at defining terms, so everyone's having this super clear conversation. Even if they have like gay and annoying subject matter, it's like cool hearing these people truly communicate. A lot of the times, people kind of talk past each other, and if there's really nebulously defined terms, that is kind of inevitable. So people are like, do you believe in the red pill? I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I see people who call themselves red pill and they're kind of dumb.
Like when we define things in the red pill space, it's like I'm trying to convince you of something. I'm not here to convince you anything. It's like super, super weird to me. You know?
So how are you? What does it mean to be in the red pill space? How is it different from not being
fucking with a lot of angry men? Like, what do you mean?
I agree.
A lot of children all over. Are you sure you want to ask me that? I don't know.
Well, you said you were in it, and I want to know how is that different from not being in it? It's just being around people who call themselves red pill. We don't know what that means exactly. Besides, you're in a club.
I'm not in a club, sir. Please, I hate it. Like, don't say that. It's just. It's either. You just know the stats, the other shit, that this is what works.
Okay.
I mean, if you disagree with it from like a semantics point of view, which is fine. Normally I'm like cool with that. It's just like something I don't want to entertain on this.
Yeah, I just don't understand exactly where the boundaries of this thing are.
Just own that.
We can move
own
on.
it.
Yeah.
Move
Well, here, I got a question. What do you disagree with in the red pill? How about that? Like, what is it that people in the red pill space say that you're like, I don't like that?
So like the problem is that, like I said, they get like half of it right. So often they'll just exaggerate things that are kind of true.
So they're idiots.
So, like, yeah. So like hypergamy,
sure.
it's like
that's what happens.
The whole like panic over hypergamy with women.
Nothing makes me dry up quicker. Keep going when I hear hypergamy.
Like clownish exaggeration. It's like you have to be a 9 out of 10 Chad to ever have sex, and otherwise it's
you're doing that to me on the belief thing, sir.
but Rob, do you realize that like those guys that you're talking about though that are saying that, I argue with these dudes all the time. They're
Yes.
black pill. They're not red pill, because whenever I go and I talk to them and I actually dig deep about what they know, they barely know anything about evolutionary psychology. So they're actually not red pillars. They're just some black pillar that learned one stat about hypergamy, and they're mad.
If you
And
ever call me
you
a
know,
red
you know
pillar,
what's crazy,
you're
bro?
dead to me.
What the reason why I teach evolutionary psychology so much, and especially pre-selection, is because when you understand reality, you're not mad anymore. It's all everything about being angry and not loving. It all comes back to lack of understanding. So when guys learn the truth, the real red pill, as I call it, which is learning about pre-selection and everything, that's whenever you're like, oh, I get these bitches.
I hate when you
They're
guys
not that
tell the
bad.
truth.
They're not that bad at all. And if
So
I do
okay,
these
red
certain things,
pills
it's not
knowing the
that bad.
truth.
But
Yes, that's the whole point of the analogy from the movie. It's you take the pill and oh shit, reality is actually horrible.
No,
These
but-
women are like all this, but
I already know
that's
where Rob's
in
gonna go with
reality.
it. Go ahead, Rob.
I'm not trying to play gotcha here. Don't you worry.
I know the whole thing. I can't articulate.
We've heard it all so much, right, Torsha?
But,
At least
well,
1,000 times.
Well, like it's not always going to be true to everybody. It's
I'm not
super
saying that.
subjective. I'm not saying you are, but Sergio is. like it's just the truth, man. Shut up.
Well, no, I really do think that like pre-selection, like being the friends with women and stuff, I'm super crazy about thinking I'm right and everybody else is fucking
Yeah,
wrong.
mean, there's
fine. I
things-
love
there's
that.
things
See,
that are-
that's the energy that I love. Like, be
Those
like,
things our faculties can rationally assess and we can know are true. I'm a believer in like, well, yeah, we can know things are true. People are
Yeah.
like, well, how do you know that works? And it's like, yeah, you could be annoying about it, but like, there's ways you can intuit things that are true without having.
yeah.
So I totally agree with that. Like pre-selection is very real.
Rob, here's an example of what I'm talking about. This is a guy who is black pill, and he's very well known.
Come up here
Master
now.
Yoda's a black.
Hey, Yoda.
He's
No,
one of the
and
most
he
powerful
called-
Jedi in the world. He's black.
Yeah, I know, isn't that sad? I love Star Wars until I met him. But no, he truly
out.
doesn't. He truly does not believe. Like he calls himself black pill. He does not think guys can get girls, unless they're like fucking that 5% Chad that I was talking about. And these guys are not red pillars, bro. They're not red pillars. And
I
don't
hate
get
when
me
you
wrong,
say that.
some of them
Both of
call
these people
themselves
suck.
red pill, but do some of them call themselves red pill? Yes, but they really have a black pill suppository in
Yeah.
their butt.
Which is
Like,
that
it's
black and white
pulled out yet.
thinking. It's the black and white thinking that I find it can be really
But
harmful.
it's autistic. Autistic people have a tendency to have a black and white mindset.
Not all the time.
Not all the time, but it is
The
highly,
black and white
like,
thinking
if you
is
Google
an autistic.
If you
thing.
Google, do
That's
autism
right.
people
I
have
have
black
a lot
and
of
white
viewers
thinking?
that are autistic, and I don't think in black and white.
Hey, stop pandering to your fucking people all the time.
You mean my audience? My peeps? Fuck off.
Thank you, fitness freak.
I
I
don't
am
pander.
average.
I
That
get
is my
paid.
entire point, bro.
Yeah,
is that
he has
I'm
credibility. He has
average, and I
credibility.
still
because of that,
fucking
dude.
made
Oh my
it.
god!
And I'm
I bet
average.
you that's is that a straight man saying it? Like,
I don't, bro. I don't need game. You just need social skills, which comes from just
That's a
talking
form
to
of
people.
game.
You do not. It is a form like social skills is game, but the thing is, game is actually a house of cards if it's the type of game that pickup artists teach, where it's
Oh,
like you fake it and
goofy
you say all this
shit.
stupid shit. Yeah, that's a house of cards, bro, and it'll fall.
That's a
instantly.
red pill. I don't know if this counts as red pill again because I don't know the exact boundaries of this shit. But like that's like this mechanical like trickery game is definitely something that I disagree with.
well, there's a difference between like trying to fuck them and then trying to trick them into fucking you, right? Like a player is a player because he convinced a woman to fuck him and he has nothing going for him type shit. But then you have like guys that manipulate to get sex. I would call them predators, but that's because I'm a bitch. So I don't know. Like you could be a player and not trick somebody. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like, most
you just
players will be honest.
build attractiveness. I don't know. There's like I think most of these like I don't know manipulation tactics go to the same end as being genuinely charming, but they're like shortcuts for it. But I think in the end, it's going to be so. I don't know. I don't think you can truly manipulate someone into having sex with you. I think like if someone's gonna fuck you, it's gonna be because they want to, not because like you did a fucking card trick or whatever, and they're like, oh, it's foiled again. I guess I have to suck your dick. No.
I can't.
So yeah, I think like a lot of the stuff I'm criticizing are like shortcuts. And You'll build a yeah. I hate the meme.
She's
I've seen it
funny.
everywhere.
With the
Yeah.
accent. Sorry, keep
Oh
going.
yeah, she's cool. I think the memes are funny. What was I saying? Oh,
Manipulate.
yeah. So like
You can't really
just, like,
manipulate somebody.
being in the moment and not in your head will just make you have a better time and you'll get better results from. If
Sure.
you're constantly tabulating like the game, like tree search, like flow chart in your
Ew.
head, which is
Ew.
like maybe which is like how people like pickup artists, I don't know, maybe even red pill things, like how they view it, like
Easy.
yeah, it's
Don't
maybe that's a way
think
to bootstrap yourself into actually having a
Bro, I
social
agree
setting.
that these guys give themselves anxiety, and that like the best thing is, I agree with you, like being in the moment. Like that is like the greatest advice you can give to anybody for almost anything. Sometimes is living in the moment, and
Yeah.
I
That's what
really
women are
agree
really
with
good
you
for.
that
That's
like all
true.
this goes back to that though. Like a lot of the things that I talk about, it all goes back to kind of doing that correctly. And I don't know. I guess there's like other ways, like I said, if the girl's coming on to you, obviously go with the flow. Like this girl's like touching you and rubbing your arm. Yeah, dude, go fuck her, whatever, have fun. But I'm just saying, like in general, for the most part, it's not always like that.
Yeah, and I think going like
What the hell is a radar score?
Brad R.
I don't know. Read the chat.
I know, I'm trying to find it.
I want to
PUA are
take
not
it. Is
red
this a
pill.
I
test?
see it. Bang Tango. Does Torsha have a
Hi,
rap
Bing. Love
score?
you.
Just asking if she's one of us. Not a free pass, but I'm curious. No other chick is saying this. She gets a pass. Torsha's been
I
cool.
can say whatever the fuck I want.
Bang, how have you never seen Torsha? Like, haven't
We
you
know each other.
Yeah, what's he?
Rad.
I know Bang. I think people that follow some of
Oh, it's
this shit
autism.
will
Autism
get
thing.
really turned off by what I'm saying, but I'm just
Oh, he's talking about one of us. No, are you autistic like us? Are you one
Me?
of us?
No, I'm a super ADD though. Like
No,
so
go
That's neurodivergent.
Google
yes, for sure.
Google the rad R test or whatever. I'm like
It's gonna be like
I'm like 80%. Most of our group is like 99% plus. You need to take it. I'm telling you.
wait, why does it say on a bumper sticker honk if you like pizza? What does that mean to you?
What?
I would honk because I like pizza.
Okay.
Does that
He's
mean I'm
autistic.
I would definitely honk.
And
Yeah.
That's a
actually, it's
question?
like if you were to honk at them, or like if for what at any time that you honk at the person in front of you, it's like a haha, fuck you. You're honking for. I am just going to assume you're honking because of something else. I don't know how to explain it. Rob, can you explain it? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I actually don't.
Really? You guys haven't seen this? Hold on. Let me Google it.
Yeah.
Is this an autism
You're like
test?
putting yourself into.
Oh yeah, you have a theory of mind of the other person.
Yeah, kind of.
You
I
can
think
inhabit their perspective.
kind of, but it's like there's another word for it if we're going to be like specific. I
think
I
theory
was
of
just
mind
talking
is the term
about
of art.
theory of mind, like knowing when somebody like yeah, it's like capacity, but
So
there's-
autistic people have a very weak theory of mind for others.
really.
Yes, that's one of the main
Oh,
traits of
no
autism.
wonder. That makes a
They
lot
have
of sense.
A lot of trouble inhabiting someone else's perspective and imagining them as an independent being with their own preferences and beliefs and so on. They assume everyone, they're like, distinction between the world and others and their own mind is very weak.
I used to say, because I have social anxiety too, that like it seemed like everybody got a handbook on how to behave except me, or like social cues in general. Like they all know how to converse with each other. So I kind of empathize with autists that struggle with social calibration and stuff.
You're just 26. Like, how aren't you like 25 or 26? Like,
I
it's
love you. No.
no,
I've
whatever.
hit the wall, baby.
No, but it's just your age. Like everybody in your generation just got screwed by like having iPhones in junior high.
No,
Like,
I developed social anxiety in my adulthood. It was random as fuck. I think something happened in my brain.
And
And
so you were non-socially anxious, then you became anxious.
yeah, out of fucking
Weird.
nowhere. I started to get scared to go and get gas, and I never had a
Rob
bad
hasn't had much
experience
experience
getting
with
gas.
women.
Oh,
That's what
Master
Rob wants me
Yoda,
to do.
dude. Yeah, hey, next debate, Torsia. Let's set this up next week with Yoda. But Spurgio, you go on about evolutionary psychology, a study of human behavior, and let's discuss nonverbal communication, body language. Discuss what, my boy? Discuss it. So, yeah, well, we can discuss.
Are you willing to change your mind with new information, Yoda?
Me?
Yoda.
Oh, dude, there's no way Yoda will change his mind. He's the most.
I'm gonna debate Robert Richards, who says I haven't had.
Okay, she confirmed unofficially. It's great to have her join us. I think she's score about. I'm probably up there,
It
but
is a compliment. It is a compliment. I'm very proud of my autism. Like, the thing is, when you accept your retardation, it's really cool because
retardation. We don't call it that.
no, I'm retarded.
I
So
don't like
once you
when y'all
accept
use that
it,
word.
once you accept it, though, you're able to call other people's retards, and they can't say anything about
You
it.
know, I was just talking about how autism, because it's an advantage evolutionary. Like now, like a lot of people in the top industries are autistic. So people are like, why are we having more autistic kids? It's like because women are selecting for it now.
No, there is, I think a lot of these like neurological tendencies or whatever you want to call them, they can be acquired by environment. Like ADHD, I think it can get worse if you have like screen time as a kid will do something to it, right? And I think a lot of these new personality types, or like whatever you want to call them, tendencies, brain tendencies, are in a sense like an adaptation for modernity. Like modernity, that's
oh my
like
God, you sound
crazy.
like Sean right now. He talks about this all the time. Also autistic. Hello. Modernity. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like, well, I don't know, because I think about this often. Like, I have 2 sisters and a brother who were medicated when they were younger. And so after high school, they didn't take meds anymore and they're fine. But like for me, I didn't take meds until I was an adult. And I feel like just trying to like form those habits that people already have solidified in their adulthood is a lot more difficult. I don't know where I was going with that, but I love autistic men. That's what I pick for. I need the structure.
Autists are cool.
Yeah, they complete me. Sergio. He's just like, what the fuck? Is Yoda saying something?
No, I was reading. This guy said, Master Yoda, everyone likes to brag about the women they lay. Do they ever mention the quality of women they lay? Hot, sure, maybe.
Yeah.
Do we no STD rating? That's one of my favorite points to bring up, Zachary, because that is my biggest point against pickup artists, is because those pickup artists, they do teach you how to literally get the bottom of the barrel, especially if they're teaching you how to use fucking dating apps, dude. And the thing is, everything they're talking about is not on dating apps. It's all how to get the hottest girls, which aren't fucked up, because it's the mid girls that are fucked up. They get if you're a girl,
believe me now.
Yeah, if you're a girl,
know how many times I've been saying this to you? I'm like, no, it's the sluttiest women are 5s and 6s.
I thought that we might have agreed on that back in the day when you were in
No, I've been maybe. I feel like you.
So now you're applying prescriptions to pickup artistry.
That's
now.
not a prescription.
Yeah, he says pickup artists tend to tell you to go for a certain type of girl. I think that's true.
Oh, did you say that?
No. Pickup artists tell you to just fucking hit on everything around you, and the one that fucking
that's a prescription
says yes, then that's like a good thing.
Yeah,
no, see, okay, that's a claim about a prescription, and I don't think that's true. I think pickup artists will give you tactics,
like how to just hit on a bunch of different girls.
This is why we hate pickup artists.
I think the only general prescription would be practice, like hit on a bunch of girls for practice, because dating is a skill. It's true.
Why can't you
then
just
once
talk
they
to
get
women to make a friend?
Yeah, that's good too.
Yeah.
I mean, like social skills are transferable, like normal friendship skills are transferable to dating.
Yeah.
So that's like good advice too.
Yeah. What's he saying? You look really pissed.
He
Stop
said,
wrinkling your forehead like that. You're gonna age like a fucking
I'm gonna have to get fucking Botox. We need Rolo versus Date debate. That would be a good one.
Date Psych is good. I like Date Psych.
I like Date Psych a lot.
I haven't seen you in
Rolo
chat.
seems like he kind of sucks. I read his book. I don't like it.
Oh no, you don't like Rolo?
Yeah.
I'll fuck you up. I'll fuck you up.
I think the issue I had with him is he seemed like, you don't know how women are. It might have just been the aesthetic of how he was saying.
He comes off smug for sure.
I don't care about his smugness. I care about like
it
dark
matters.
truth about women. The dark truth about women that they've been hiding from you, man. It's like, dude, it's like everyone says it's like a fucking was hurt by women. I read his book. I forget what it's called.
Which one? The first one?
What's the first one called?
I'm gonna assume it's The Rational Male.
Yeah, I've read that. I didn't like it. Did not care for it.
Really?
because a lot of it was like bitterness at women, and it's like,
will admit that I thought it was a little whiny.
yeah, it's like you're
I like
fucking whining about how you like.
a lot, but I didn't
You should
like
read the fourth one, the religion one. I actually think
The
after what I've,
religion one.
I think you
I
would
read-
like it
I read
actually
Alpha-
after just speaking with you shortly. Who
I
knows?
read Alpha God, and I know he got a lot from Alpha God. So I feel like since I read Hector Garcia's book, I don't need to read his religion book.
Really?
And I read Stephen
Wait,
Pink-
what's he say about religion?
Steve Stewart Williams' book, which I know he probably got a lot.
It's over like feminist propaganda. That's pretty interesting if you're into like the fucking shit. Hold on. The feminine mystique was like one of my favorite chapters.
Mhm.
I've been reading
how's it about
Determinism, literally like it's the book I've been reading over 4 times and it's really complicated. So hold on. Sorry, what did you say? Did I cut you off?
How is it about religion, or is that what it's called?
It's just like the like his view of religion with Red Pill, I guess.
If you read another book called Alpha God,
He
literally
talks a lot
all
about how the church makes men not stand up for themselves. Like,
Oh, I'm gonna hate this.
I don't think so, actually. I think you would like
I'm a
it. I have
practicing
it on
Catholic.
audiobook if you want to listen to it. Can we share audiobooks yet? Is that a thing?
I feel like that's against the law.
No, I think they allowed it on some platform. I don't remember. You can at least read a little
Maybe
bit.
on Amazon,
not the whole
so you can
thing.
give them. Yeah, the Amazon gives you previews. I know that.
I read Rational Mail live. Is that copyright? Sorry, Rolo.
Yeah, I think that's illegal. Master Yoda said, "Come on, Spurgio, you're the expert on evolutionary psychology. You tell me what human
Sir,
body
you
language
are?
is." I'm not an expert.
What? Who the fuck are you, David Buss? Like, what are you talking about?
Hey, Georgia, I did read most of the books. So
I don't care. You're not an
a little
expert.
bit, but I'm an expert, yeah. Nah, so what is human body language? I don't know, bro.
Oh, I hate this.
You're gonna have to tell me what human body language is. I don't know, man.
I'm literally writing an entire piece. I'm like, never mind. I'll shut up. The
Yeah,
bullshit.
I don't think human body language is.
It's fake.
I mean, I don't think it's that big of a.
I think it's fake. I think it's a load of
I
bullshit.
think guys.
I don't think we notice it.
I'm an extremely weird person, bro. Like the way I move and the way
Not
like
weird. You're
like
just.
my fingers are like super fucking long, guys. Like
So am I.
very creepy looking. Very creepy looking. Like I like, and I always have walked like really weird, like a fucking dinosaur and shit. Like I look weird as fuck. I got a weird
That's not
back.
body
You're
language.
not
That's
that
not body
long.
language. That's posture. Posture and body language are different things. Body
Eh,
language is just.
I thought
yeah,
they-
yeah, but what if I'm nervous around girls? And I'm like, oh hey.
I make myself
Okay.
small in
That's
every
body
room
language
I
then.
walk into. So what do we
Well,
call that? Insecure?
I'm
I
just
don't
saying,
know.
guys.
I mean,
can
most
have bad
communication
body
is
language.
subverbal, and so like that's
Yeah,
mostly
for
body
sure.
language.
But like, I mean, I absolutely hate with like a burning passion. So maybe I'm projecting when I say this. I don't know. But I hate when people will have they'll make body language videos talking about see this person's lying. It's like
Oh,
shut the
sure.
fuck up.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't-
No,
I
there's
hate
there's crankery. There's like quackery.
Sergio.
I agree with this, bro. Me and Master Yoda agree on this one.
So yeah, the whole body language thing, like I guess this is a general criticism you can have for anything, especially in this space, is like there's truth about body language and how it matters, and then there's specific claims about what body language does what, and everyone has their own bespoke ridiculous, and that's where most of the contention happens.
That's why I hate behavioral psychology, bro. I literally hate behavioral psychology.
Well, I mean,
Why?
evolutionary psychology is the same way. You could make any claim.
No,
It's like,
because-
our ancestors did this.
Torsia, behavioral psychology is completely ruined by feminism. Like, you know how certain sections of psychology is just fucking destroyed.
I'm
And-
sorry. Have you met with the psychologist? No?
we
So
did
then
for
shut
like a
the
year.
fuck up. What?
No, I did.
Oh,
I
you did?
Yeah.
And you didn't like it?
No, I did. I went to therapy for a year. I
Okay,
like
so then why do
think
you
it's
say shit like that when it's like, oh, it's
Because-
overtaken
because
by
my-
feminism? Whether you're true, it's true
because
or not.
my
most men need
therapist-
therapy.
because my therapist was a 70-year-old dude, and I tell guys if they're gonna get therapy,
Yeah,
better it's a
dude.
fucking because any of these new young people that are going through fucking school for that, they're fucking woke as all hell. They're like saying literally horrible shit that will ruin people's lives.
I think
And
one of
Master Yoda, Rolo is not a PUA anymore. Ever since
PUA.
Michael Sartain has fucking started working with him, this dude is pre-selection all day long now. He's not a pickup artist in any way.
He was never a
Okay,
pickup artist.
hold on. Pickup artistry is just guys who never learned to flirt as in the natural way in like their middle and high school years, going through a crash course to ape the mannerisms of people who have learned. It's a crash course of just flirting. If you're a natural, you don't need it. But most men, increasingly, most men are not that way. And so they need these shortcuts. They need to go in this crash course known as pickup artistry. It's, you know, then there's particularly weird stuff that's like, I think, maligned correctly. But I don't know. I've had to read all this stuff to train wingman on, and I don't really see that much of that stuff anymore.
To
Go ahead.
Human body language is the most powerful form of nonverbal communication that two human beings can have with
You
each.
just say you're creepy.
That's true.
Yoda.
Master Yoda, I want to know though, does the guy get better at
I don't
that
wanna be
through
touched.
reps in the game? Or does he get better at that by listening to a pickup artist or whatever? Like by doing what I tell guys to do, just go get reps and calibrate being around hot women? Or do they get that verbal communication skill from doing what you say, be in your basement? I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure.
Don't talk shit about Yoda.
I'm sorry, Yoda, but
Okay.
I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure reps in the game is how you solve that issue.
Men, they always are like, let me see how I'm cooler. You guys are boring.
Dude, Yoda's the one who comes for me every time. I never come for this motherfucker. He comes for my throat every
Yeah,
time.
but you
I'm
have an opportunity to change his mind.
I'm referring
Wait,
to the hostile. Here, one second. Dismissive body
No,
language
just
women
keep
have
reading.
given me when I approach them. Dirty look. Yeah, because if you,
You're
if
fucking
you-
weird.
yeah, dude, if you look as if you don't wear the right clothes,
Yoda's
bro, if you
got
don't got some clean white Air Force Ones on, like, bro, you gotta like
How
wear
about that?
a lot. Yeah,
thought
dude,
you
all
said
the girls.
Where
if
are
you're
you
talking to girls
from?
25. If you're talking, I'm
Australia.
in Dallas.
He's
But
already winning.
if you talk to girls 20 to 25, you need Air Force Ones. That's just, and that's my age bracket I'm going for. I'm not going for older women. So, but
I'm
no,
sorry,
if you,
what was that?
Huh?
What did you say?
what?
You don't go for older women? How old are you?
I'm young.
So shut the fuck up.
What do you mean? I'm young. I
I'm
just
so
said
young.
I'm
I know.
30. I'm
saying.
33.
I just love to go after men because they always stop and they're like, what?
Not-
Oh.
And then the thing is, bro, if like whenever Master Yoda, girls would think twice if you like say you look like a fucking troll, bro, but you walk up with a girl with two girls that are 10s next to you. If you're talking to another girl, you're not seen the same as just that troll guy anymore. They're like,
He knows that.
the fuck is about this dude? Why the fuck are these two hot girls with him? Is there something special about that? Is he rich? Does he got a
You
big?
mean to tell me
What
that women
this
have value?
Yeah, but dude, like, yeah, like you're just automatically assuming that you can't like hack your stats, or like if you automatically go up to them and say, hey, I got this business thing and we need models for it. Like, would you like, hey, like can I invite you out to come do this? Or hey, I'm a content creator and will you make this
Told
content?
you
with me?
guys.
Like we have a bunch of girls coming out to this thing. We're gonna make some content. Like, would you be down to do that? You can raise your status and make yourself look different because you're offering them something that high status individuals are able to offer. Like you're just automatically assuming because of your looks, even if you look, and then like obviously, bro, you got to fucking get a good haircut. Obviously, you need to start going to the gym and shit, and just look normal, not fat or something. Like I don't know. I think it's
Can I ask a
basic, man.
question?
Yeah.
Men hear the same message. How can you actually get men to listen? Like I feel like I'm saying maybe men have not all men, but like maybe they could benefit from talking to a male coach or like a psychologist or something, because if men are taking the information and doing absolutely nothing with it, something else, it's either you just don't give a fuck or maybe
No,
something else is going on, like depression.
He has to have. There has to be a respect element.
No, well, yeah. You got to respect whoever you're listening
Men,
to. The biggest thing is that you have to be
yes, so
financially.
do women. I don't want love. I want respect. It's not a male thing. So it's like males need respect. No, they don't. They get disrespected
they need to respect
on a
the
daily.
No. They need to give respect to the person that they're receiving the advice from to actually.
To listen to them. They have
Yes,
to.
they need to
Oh, I
respect
see.
the person
I see.
giving advice.
Sorry, I
from them.
misheard you.
Yeah, and like the big thing, Torsha, is that like whenever a guy seeks advice and say he's not invested in it, like the reason why people can pay $10,000 for a mentorship and it works is because when you drop 10 G's on a fucking mentorship, you actually are a little bit invested then. and you're gonna all that advice. It's like going to college. It's like, am I gonna waste this 10 G's I just spent on books and semesters and everything, and my parents are gonna hate me for it? No. So some of these guys are making these investments in these huge expensive programs, and they're taking them seriously. And
I've heard
once you're invested, you're gonna take it serious.
I heard that like it was something like 80% of online courses bought. This is gonna sound really weird, but it was like 80% aren't finished, meaning like people will buy them and not finish them.
They don't have buy-in. Online courses require like self-discipline. Like if you go to like one of these coding boot camps and it's just like, teach yourself, it requires you have to really give a shit about it.
Absolutely.
Compared to being a classroom.
Webinar? I don't know.
Pardon?
It's
like
definitely
a webinar instead. Like, how do we get our men focused? We need to put them in jail. This is my theory. You got to put men in jail, and they have to work their way out.
I agree.
That'd be cool.
Love you.
Nightclubs suck. On a cut of nightclubs suck for meeting women, man.
He said, I don't go to nightclubs. I hate nightclubs and dance music. I'm into live rock. I'm just gonna say one little piece of advice here, though. Guys should not cut themselves off to all the women in the world and niche themselves down just because they're like into rock music or something, bro. Like I don't think that, because the thing is, bro, a woman will change to love rock music. Yeah. Like women change, bro, to what you're into. So say like you meet her and you just got a white, instead of a Metallica shirt on, you just got a black shirt on, some nice shoes, whatever. You meet this girl, she doesn't know that you're into rock music at all, but she falls for you just because of you get through the fucking door. Like she likes the cover of the book. You get through the door, and then say a week or two later, when she's dickmatized, drop as much rock shit as you want then, bro. Wear the Metallica shirt every day. It doesn't matter. But I think that up front, guys need to make their fucking cover of their book way better and stop pigeonholing and niching yourself to certain women, because it's making it harder to date. Like, I'd rather be way more plain Jane and open myself up to all these fucking bitches, because it doesn't matter. If they're gonna become Republican once they're with me. Like, it doesn't fucking matter.
No, I agree with that mostly. I was saying to add, though, if you go to events that you enjoy, you're gonna look like you're having a good time. If you're like, I love rock music, you go to a rock event, you're in your element and you're fucking confident because you're where you want to be.
Oh, yeah, I'm not saying to not go there. You should definitely go there and try to get girls at those type of events. But I'm saying, like, say like he goes to a regular club, like a rap club, drop the fucking personality, the whole this is how I am and I'm only like this.
What if he doesn't like it?
But I agree that y'all shouldn't be trying to pick up girls.
He obviously hasn't been to a club that he hates with a bunch of women who made it fun. Like, that's just what we're good at. So it's like, yeah, it's awkward, but I don't know. The best way for a man to improve his chances with women is to look smacks. It's the only way out. Listen, most men are not doing well. Okay, so what's the excuse now? Like, men need to bathe correctly.
I agree with you to an extent. It's looks max, but it's just like put deodorant on, like wear a shirt that fits you. Don't wear some dorky graphic on it. Like wear some jeans that fit good. Make sure your socks match your shoes. Like get a good pair of shoes that people know about or that are good, or a good pair of boots or something, dude. Cowboy boots are great. Like here in Texas, I have a very nice, clean pair of ostrich cowboy boots, and like I will definitely wear. Like I look clean as fuck in them bitches, bro. I
love the confidence.
So like, dude, shoes make an outfit. It really fucking does. Like you can be super cheap and basic on everything else you wear, and if you got some really good shoes, like it makes your outfit, guys. And like another thing is y'all be matching colors all fucking wrong because y'all read these stupid threads or something or videos. Dude, the colors that you wear are based off the color of your eyes, your hair, and your skin. Download this app. Hold on, I'm about to fucking tell y'all what app to download. It's called My Colors, actually.
Just ask
download that fucking dude, because it's a big deal. They need to know. They need to plug their colors in and make sure they only wear colors that match good with them. Unless you're black. Black people wear
no. It
black
matters.
Almost wear whatever they want.
It fucking matters.
Matters.
I was makeup artist. Don't trigger me. Don't fucking
white people and Mexicans, you got like I can only wear like maroon, black, white, like dark blue. Like there's like literally only like 6 colors I can wear. Yeah, but gold, like there's very few colors I can wear.
Look, the style. My style advice is look up inspiration and then just fucking try stuff out.
I agree with that too.
I absolutely
look at the guys with the hottest. Look what they're wearing.
His brother dressed nice.
See hold on. See if you
Tristan
can embody what you're
specifically.
wearing, so it doesn't feel like you're wearing a costume. If you feel like you're wearing a costume, you're not gonna have a good time.
I
Like,
dated a guy that wore Converse every single day, like his work shoes, and a black T-shirt with his company's logo on it. Like think like Myron Gaines, but just like the same thing every day. Like girls don't really care at a certain point. Just look like you're normal.
Also, Chuck Taylors are awesome. High tops.
I know, they really are.
A good haircut is so undervalued today. A lot of guys just go get that cheap haircut at like a really shitty spot. Dude, go to a good barber, pay a good 40, 50 bucks.
The first time. You really only have to do it the first time, and then the person that you go to next, if you don't want to spend that much, will have an idea of what you had done and can just follow it. It's like coloring in the lines.
Or grow your hair out, because long hair has always been, evolutionary psychology shows women like guys with long hair, so that's another
right.
True.
And it's easier too. If you keep it clean. If you do the long hair thing, you have to keep it clean though. That's what most people would say.
I mean, it's a pain in the ass to have long hair. It's the longest it's ever been. I see why men don't have it.
I'm a sub-3 subhuman troll of a man.
If I hear subhuman out of your mouth, Yoda, I'm gonna hit you with a bagel. Stop
it. Yoda, just go look at, dude, don't even take my word. Go look at Michael Sartain's like customer or clients. Go look at their testimonials. I can't even, like, you can't dispute some shit. Like, if you go to look at my website, go look at the testimony. Some of the guys, dude, all my testimonials are not attractive guys. Like, I only have,
they wouldn't need to do this shit if they were.
You go see natural. 50 on Michael's website though,
I don't like the subhuman. Who started that? Subhuman?
Yeah. You shouldn't call yourself subhuman, bro. And
what am I trying to?
It's a good word.
If you perceive yourself as subhuman, you're gonna act and like be a subhuman. Like
it's like not the way.
Yeah, look, this is proof that incel shit is like 90% mindset. It's their self perception.
Yeah, we gotta change that. That's my goal. I'm trying to break them. Ostrich.
This man, those shoes pull, bro. They're expensive, but if you get a good pair of ostrich boots, boy, you go to Cowboys Red River here in Dallas, boy, you be pulling all them bitches.
Fucking Texas.
And guys, if
y'all are not rapping it,
you need to come to. You need to take the Latina pill, and you need to come to Texas, because that's why y'all are struggling.
Wrap your dicks. They're breaking out with STDs like crazy, like HIV cases.
No, that's Houston. That's just Houston. Don't go to
Texas. I'm sorry.
Houston's the worst city I've ever been to.
I lived there for a month.
Dallas fucking sucks too. Sorry.
Hey, fuck you.
Houston's worse.
Houston sucks. It really
sucks. It's not even a city. It's just like a gigantic highway and suburbs.
Literally Sam Houston Parkway. Like, what is this? Why are we going in?
I've only been once. I was like, this is fucking hell on earth.
I'm sad for this guy, William. Dude, I'm so happy you're here with me, Rob, so we can save all the black pillars that followed Torsia and came to the show.
Wait.
Are you the black pill mom?
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
That's my goal.
Black pill mom, Torsia. You basically are.
I know. They're my children.
I like how you left the red pill.
Thinking.
I like how you left the red pill and just went to like be black pill.
Leave anything.
I mean, you don't do any content with like a lot of the other red pillars anymore. So
why? What do you mean? I don't do content with anybody normally.
I just remember
like, this is big for me. What are you talking about?
You've been on Fresh and Fit. You've been on Flo's show. Like,
I'm sure if I was like, yeah,
I'm just surprised because it's been like a year or more since you've collabed with any of that. I mean, same here. I haven't been collabed.
Rolo, do you hear this shit? Bullshit.
When was the last time you collabed with him?
Huh?
When was the last time you collabed with him?
I don't know. Rolo, do you need me to come on your stream? I can, because we're getting attacked right now.
let's go on Access Vegas, and I'm gonna be like, it's me, but I only want to come on.
I was just on Access Vegas in February, giving Sartain shit.
I didn't know. Okay, so I guess you have collabed.
It was actually interesting. I would.
There's a black pillar on YouTube called Ascended. He looks max, and now he is picking up women like there is no tomorrow.
Yeah, because he has confidence now.
I'm not denying
looks matter.
I'm not denying that it doesn't work.
More though, it's like easy for me to be like, don't get plastic surgery after I got my tits done. It's like easy for me to say that, but I know what it's like before you have it. It's like if you don't like something about yourself, get it fixed, whether it's the gym or filler or an eyebrow wax. Fucking do it. Why is it that men are the doers of the world? They built the world, yet when it comes to sexual strategy, I don't see men lying
enough to change
their circumstances. It's fucking women doing something about it. Get up.
Bro, this is so funny because remember the last black pillar who I debated on your stream, remember?
I'm so annoyed.
He was saying that looks maxing didn't matter, that even guys who looks max can get beat by like other people. So
Are you talking about me?
Yes.
no, I'm talking about it was the dude that I debated on your channel. It was a long
Which
time
one?
ago. I can't remember his name.
You
I think he's
asshole.
watching right now, but I can't remember his name. If he comments, I'll remember.
Tyrone?
Tyrone, yeah, Tyrone. Yeah.
Love Tyrone.
Yeah, I love
My
Tyrone.
boy.
Looks have little to do with how women choose their men. I'm a pretty good looking guy, but looks have little to nothing to do with it. Jay always be joking about how he gets women. Like he does. He's a DJ, and he easily got like a really fine girl, really fine wife and stuff. And a lot of people like make fun of his looks and shit, and it still doesn't matter. Still got
Men
a blonde ass.
catfish women more
wife.
than women catfish men. Okay, and they're
Yeah,
still
we
on
really
the
do.
date with you.
It's because they need to. Dating's fucking hard as a man. This is why this entire stuff exists.
No, I get it. Like, that's a form of manipulation, though. But yeah, I get it. Like, if you want to lie a little bit
I'm
on your
not
height.
endorsing this. I'm not endorsing.
Yeah. But I'm just
men-
saying, it's like, but women still stay on the date. It's very rarely that they just walk out.
How much do men lie about their height? Like how many inches?
Most of them.
But like how many inches do they add? How big is the
Probably about 3 to 4 inches. It depends. I'd have to be
That's
standing
fucking-
next to him.
What do they think women are stupid? Obviously.
Yes.
I guess that's true.
But sometimes, to be fair, sometimes they pick the height and they don't really notice it. But like I've dated a man that was shorter than me. So it's like, and
What did he say he was?
he didn't lie. He was like, I am 5'3", or he's 5'2". I'm 5'4".
That's pretty
Oh,
small.
dude, I have a
He's
friend
jockey.
bad as fuck, and she's with a dude who's 5'3".
The horses. Sorry, what? What'd you
I'm
say?
just saying height does
love
not
her.
matter.
I
Like,
love her.
It does matter. It matters.
I mean, it matters,
Saying
but
it
like I
doesn't matter
said,
is
like
a lie.
you can hack your status like her
Yeah.
fucking boyfriend did to the point where he's pulling one of the baddest chicks in Dallas, and he's 5'3". Like
That doesn't mean it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
It's like I remember my ex, like when I first met them, they threw me over their shoulder. It's not about your height. It's about how, like, are you masculine to like some extent? I like a feminine dude too. I'm just saying, you know,
shut up.
I do. I want a house husband.
Looks macking only works for men who have a base to work with, but when you are so physically repulsive, bro,
You
that's
said
not
you worked
true.
out, Yoda.
Yoda,
Come
that's
on.
not true though, bro. Even guys that are super repulsive or whatever, like you're saying, I'm telling you, you can do certain things. Like it's not just like I need to make sure you maxed out like on 5 or 6 different other things first before like you can say that's for sure. Like getting a good haircut and wearing good clothes and like all the other little bullshit looks maxing things. Like other than like the gym and shit. Which I agree with you. It's going to be harder. But, dude, TRT, every guy has to be on TRT today, bro.
Yeah.
Every guy doesn't have good testosterone levels. I mean, I'm doing it all natty just to
Think for
fucking...
yourself.
TRT and which
I'm
one's
doing-
TRT?
I'm going all natty, but I'm doing it just because I'm trying to shove it in people's face online. But, like, most of y'all who don't do online shit, fucking go get on TRT. Who gives a fuck, man? Like, I cannot believe that guys aren't... You lose all that weight, too, if you're trying to lose
That's the
weight.
thing. It's the
My T is too
mindset.
high
It's
already.
already like faulty. That's why I think like a lot of men would benefit from seeing a doctor, just like
They need to.
just to get the boost.
Hey, bro,
Maybe
bro,
there's
bro.
medication to help. You don't
Yeah,
have to be
dude.
on it forever.
Don't get on
Oh,
antidepressants. Don't get on, like, anti-weight
stop it.
or anything. Like, well, I'm just saying, you're a woman. Like, I'm not
You
saying...
change your life. I've seen men change their lives over being on an antidepressant for a month. So shut the
No,
fuck
they
up.
need testosterone. I will never
Oh,
agree with
really?
you
The
on
suicide
that.
rate right now? You're gonna really
Bro,
say
if
that?
you got on testosterone, that would also stop.
Yeah, you're
one-
not wrong. Actually, testosterone is directly correlated with your
I'm just saying,
mood as a man.
Choose between taking the antidepressant
Hey,
or
but that
testosterone. They
fucks
need
up
to-
your fertility. Do you want to have kids?
I think some of them
Pros
are
and cons,
probably
you know.
won't have kids anyway. So like they should just be happy at that point.
I know,
It's
so
really
true.
not that difficult. Bulk up, cut down, and have the confidence to walk away from them. If you have average traits but have muscles, you should do just fine. I completely agree with you, Gordy. I started bulking recently, and I was making a big mistake of trying to fast too much, and like I already have a fast metabolism. You're so right. Every guy, if you have any issues, bulk up hard as fuck, dude. Bulk, hit the
How do
gym
you
hard
do
as
that?
fuck. Dude, take all the stuff to bulk as much and cut later on, dude, because you will feel so good growing so fast. The confidence boost you'll get.
I mean, your T levels will
Anywhere.
rise.
Yes, and your
I-
TO, as
I-
you're doing leg workouts, yeah.
I think it's a fallacy to say that if you get really muscular, women will be more physically attracted to you.
It's not
I
for
don't
the
think that's that
women,
true.
bro. It's for his confidence. I'm not
Okay.
telling guys to do that for their because
agree
I
with
did
you.
it just for confidence. Like
I
I have a
You can tell
girlfriend. Like
men do it just for women when they didn't do leg day. Like, so I believe Sergio when he's
Also, I
saying
don't
that
think it
because
works.
women like the V tape according to stats. So when I hear a guy that's like, "Yeah, do leg day," I'm like, okay, they're doing it for themselves.
yeah, dude, he should come on.
He'll come on. I'm sure
And,
he'll do it.
or next time, like definitely, I want to do one just with Master Yoda because
He's
the credit-
Australian
hold on,
time, so
the credit I'll give incellers is that their complaints are basically legitimate.
I agree with
And
that.
so I'm miserable. The incel, the sort of the base of it is like I'm miserable and lonely, and I'm not like it seems like life is just hard for me because of my uncontrollable circumstances. And it's like, yep, that's fucking true. But like the second step to that is like that's what being a man is. A woman simply is, a man must become. You have to do things. Like the world isn't supposed to be easy for you. It's supposed to be a struggle. So they see a struggle that they were never told they were going to have, which is the struggle of being a man. And well, they kind of got rug pulled by society. Like, yes, women's lives are easier than yours. It's just true. But they were never taught that. And now they feel like they've discovered something horrible. And I'll give them this too. Like, whatever you want to call it, dating gurus, creators, this whole sphere, red pill, pickup artistry, whatever. Those people do have a vested interest in to sell their, I will transform you with my system. If you just pay me the money, I'll give you all the secrets, and then you'll be just like, you'll be just like Leonardo DiCaprio.
I haven't seen that in a while, but yeah.
But I mean, it's not. I'm obviously exaggerating.
I'm doing that.
Yeah, you are kind of doing that. It's like, well, no, everything is changeable. So there's a vested interest to lie about what immutable aspects of someone's traits are.
I completely agree with
their course though, because it's like charge your worth, baby, so that it teaches men to also do the same thing for themselves, build something that people want to buy.
But Rob, I agree with you that most of them are really bad fucking courses because, dude, like to me, anybody that teaches to pursue women, in my opinion, like the way that my worldview is set up is I think it's simping, bro. I think these guys are training men to be simps because most of these guys that barely already get girls, as soon as they do get laid with one, they're going to end up in a relationship with her. And she's definitely using him as a long-term main strategy. And so I don't like guys getting into those types of relationships.
A normal one?
Yeah. Because, dude, I don't care.
I think this is a improperly expansive definition of simping.
Yeah.
Well, those guys aren't going to have the frame.
I'll be right back. I'm listening.
You're good. Those guys, if they're inexperienced and they're taking those guys' advice, like I think that if a guy legitimately takes my advice or takes Sartain's advice and does the friend thing and waits for the girl to come to them and stuff, I think they end up in a completely different relationship. I've seen it. I've been in 2 relationships where I didn't have the frame. I've been in 3 where I did. I saw the clear distinction of like how they happened, how they started, how the girls acted. Completely fucking 9-day difference. Like the fact that I have a girlfriend that buys me gifts and my first girlfriend, that would have never fucking happened. Ever. So it's just like guys need to know that huge distinction and how their strategies that they're teaching as pickup is going to end up getting them in a bad situation in the end. Like,
I think social skills is like pickup now, and I'm co-sign with social skills, but like old school pickup, you're just gonna get like in trouble. I wouldn't do that. So get social skills.
Yeah,
I'm gonna click out of here. I'm gonna go work out. You motivated me. God damn.
Wow. I'm so proud. I did it.
I'm gonna go do leg day, baby. Woo!
Well,
I'll be back though. I'll probably be on in like an hour or so.
If we're still here, you can come back, but I don't know if we'll still be here. It just depends.
Are you guys still going?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over some more comments. Yeah, just as long as we feel like it, I guess.
Okay, bye.
It
was nice
thank you
meeting
for
you.
coming.
Yeah.
Hate you.
Yeah.
meet you.
Bye.
Yeah, Torsa's cool as fuck. But Master Yoda saying looks maxing only works for those men who have a base to work with. I looks maxed and got into great shape, but women just saw me as an ugly man with a good body. Yeah, you got to have social skills with it, and the only way you get social skills is by getting the reps. The only way you get the reps is the calibration around the women, bro. And I would argue the hottest women are the best that you get that from.
Hold on, I gotta comment on that last
Yeah,
Yoda
go.
one.
Yeah, go for
So
it.
I think men underestimate like have you ever seen, maybe some men have had this experience. Have you ever seen a girl who was very plain looking, but how she moved, how she spoke, how she danced, like literally transformed how she looked to you? Like you reinterpreted her looks based on her behavior and her identity and how like cool she was or whatever. Women do that with like every single man. Your behavior will physically transform your looks to her. She will reinterpret your ugliness as something interesting and charming. If she is head over heels for you, if she's or at least charmed by you, if she's impressed by your identity and your personality, your looks will literally transform to her.
Yeah, man, and I agree. That's why I always talk about manufacturing attraction. I totally believe you can manufacture it. Absolutely. Excel Self said, Master Yoda, hey, you freaking lied. You said me being a 4 on Tinder wouldn't get me no matches. Proved you wrong,
Well, how
motherfucker.
many did you get, Excel?
Hey, I'm done. Dude, how many did you get, Excel? Hey, W Sergio's Angels. Yeah, I don't have any of the Angels on tonight, but I am going to try to bring the girls back on more, guys. My high IQ Angels to go debate for me. Leg day produces an insane amount of testosterone. Big facts, bro. When I was bulking, I was more puffy and benching like 270. Bulking is a huge confidence boost, but at one point, a dude needs to cut down. Completely agree with you, Gordy. Completely agree. Right now, I'm in my bulking phase, though, so I don't give a fuck. Look at the cover arts, romance novels, all Mogmax men, not a single.
Mogmaxed.
Yeah.
What is Mogmaxed? I know what
I
Mogmaxed
don't know, dude. They be saying all types of words that I don't even know, and I'm in the community. Well, you're probably not a 4 if a woman shows you on a dating app. I actually kind of agree with Master Yoda here. That's why I'm really curious what happened. Arm and
The
chest.
incels are correct about dating apps being.
Today was
super,
chest and
super
arm day
tricky.
for me, bro, and it felt fucking good. I've been doing really good. I'm starting to get stretch marks on my fucking chest. It feels nice. Without testosterone too, flex. Make sure to kick me out. What do you mean kick you out? Oh, I gotta end your stream for you? I thought that you would do it. Remove. Remove. Sorry, Torches. Oh, damn. I probably should have told her guys to come over beforehand. Oh, well. Hopefully they come and find me. I have social skills. I know how to talk to women, but there's not much I can do when I'm getting rejected, even.
You accept it with mirth and grace and move on to the next girl.
Well, bro, that's why like I'm so crazy about being friends with them, because instead of you just getting rejected over and over again, you can build rapport and just be friends with them and just try to hook up with their friends. It actually works out really well, and sometimes it makes the girl jealous that you even did that to her. And I promise you, bro, you're not that ugly. Go to Master Yoda. Go click on my fucking website, bro. I don't hate saying this about the guys that have given me testimonials and like shit, but like they're not attractive, dude. Like at all. I don't think you understand that it doesn't have to do with looks at all. Like I heavily prove that looks do not have anything to do with using pre-selection and other things like that.
The cope here is unreal. What about that one?
I don't know.
What are
if
we? Who's coping? Is it Master Yoda or is it?
Yeah, Doug, are you
Sergio? Is it
talking about me? Torsha, Radar, yeah. No, are you autistic, Rob? Have you taken the test before? To see if you're
I've been
hyper-
taking the. I mean, I think I'm like ADHD, so I'm like that's like a cousin to autism. I think I'm a little bit neurospicy. You know, I'm an unusual person, so maybe. But if I'm autistic, I'm like very, very, very mild, like somewhere.
Yeah, it's like high functioning.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be the case though.
It's okay. I think we're all fucking high functioning autism.
I mean, yeah, that's normal these days.
Yeah. Nah, dude, it was a great talk, bro. Thank you for coming and letting me do this. I hope you understood that I was going to go hard as fuck in the paint because
I demand it. That's what I want.
Yeah,
it's
you need to get more into all doing this type of content, bro. If you ever want to do anything else again like this, let me know.
Yeah, I love talking. I'm a talker. So yeah,
it's like I was telling you, you need to build a personal brand, man. That's a big part of what I talk about and what I teach and what I do. Which, by the way,
I agree.
Out to that, sign up for SAS.
This is my first foray into putting myself out there in terms of promoting Wingman. Wingman.live, check it out, guys. It's my AI dating assistant. Yeah, and I'm going to be doing a lot more of this. So thanks for having me on, dude. I'm happy to come on again.
I can't say enough, bro. You sell more of your product, you get more people to get your app if you sell more of your personal brand.
Totally. No, I
to
agree.
Get way bigger about doing this and setting funnels up and getting emails.
We just launched, so I'm just getting started with all this shit.
I don't want to fucking hear excuses. I can click all the one click and click it, so I don't want to fucking hear excuses. Marketing is a big deal, man. It's one of the biggest things I talk about and teach, marketing and sales. But yeah, dude, thank you so much for doing this. I think it was really fun.
Yeah, dude. Likewise.
Said, Rob, you're welcome on my show too. Yeah, dude, you need to go check.
Can I get a link for Torches? How do I check?
I think her name on YouTube is just Torsha, exactly like Torsh.
2 A's.
Yeah, and go add her on Instagram probably. That's where you can message her. Thank you, Bang. I'll check it out. Yeah, W.
Oh, there you are. 13.6K. Oh, there you are.
Doug said, "Can you do a face rate? Do a face rate. Don't send a fucking dick pic, Doug. Every time y'all do this, y'all send dick pics. We know what you're doing." Yeah, she said DM her torso on Instagram.
Same 2 A's.
Yeah, and guys, I got like my little bar up on the fucking screen, my little $100 towards whatever that somebody gave me. I'm not gonna. I guess I can't say names. It was my girlfriend. She gave me the first $100, guys.
Nice.
But yeah, we're going towards the $10,000 goal, guys. Please, if you want to support me getting on whatever podcast, send it to the PayPal. I will always announce when people do that. I'll also tweet every time somebody sends in a big donation on PayPal to go towards this. I really appreciate all y'all for always coming through. Make sure y'all like the video and subscribe. Always, but I get to be a girl too. Wait, what'd I miss? Torsa, stay true to rule 0. We got your back if you do. Doug, don't dick pic. Yeah, tell him, dude. I'll talk to Brian, Sergio. Yeah, dude. Guys, and if anybody knows anybody that wants to do any debates or any discussions, please send them my way. Please go DM them. I'm always trying to find more people so we can do more of these every week. I'll try to have the Angels back next week, or maybe I'll do another show in a day or two with one of the girls. I'm trying to set them up, guys, on debates. I got some, I got some of them want to debate like Sartain on evolutionary psychology and stuff. We might have some shit. I think I want to put Torsha against one of my Angels. Actually, I think that Torsha, you do a really good debate against one of them. So we need to do that, dude. Michael, yeah, get me on whatever podcast, bro. Well, I mean, I've already talked to Brian. I'm definitely already like okay for it to go, but I just need the racks. Unless you can talk to him and see if he'll remove the fee that he gives me and fucking Andrew Wilson. But yeah, if you can get him to remove the fee, bro, fucking please let me know.
How much is the fee? I didn't even know people did that.
The big number that you see right there. Yeah.
Oh wow. Holy
yeah,
fuck.
like if everybody, I mean, it's because people go on there and they obviously sell products or they have things that they can get out of it.
No,
so.
I guess like cloud is the new fucking dollar.
Fresh and Fit does the same thing. I have friends who try to go on Fresh Fit and they say the same thing, 10 grand, like 11 grand, shit like that. But yeah, it's normal. Guys, thank y'all once again so much for coming. I will see y'all hopefully later this week if we have another show. If not, I will see y'all next week. Shout out to my boy Rob. Go follow him at Wingman Live on Twitter. And go check out his app. I'm not, as y'all know, I don't like texting. I don't like a lot of advice other people give, but I will endorse him and say go check out his app because it's new. And you should always support anybody that comes on the channel. Yeah, try, Michael. Try, bro. You're the number one fucking mod. You can do this. Wingman Live, yeah. Wingman.live, yeah.
Yeah, it filtered it earlier when I did the full URL.
They offer to fly me out. What? Well,
wow.
Yeah, they'll fly you out, Torsha, because they'll fly the girls out and they pay the girls to come on. It's totally fucking unfair. But if you're
that's the one where they like shit on their female guests, right? Don't they do that?
I mean, whatever isn't that bad. Fresh and Fit shit the girls way worse than whatever does.
Oh yes, I was thinking Fresh and Fit.
Yeah. No, dude, honestly, if you want to promote Wingman Live, I would highly suggest hitting up Brian, and he would probably be cool with letting you go show if you pay.
Who is it? How much?
Brian from whatever podcast. He's on Instagram. I would just follow whatever podcast. Oh, he X'd out. He had to go, guys. I thought you were talking about girls. No, for girls go for free. I'm actually trying to bring a bunch of my girls with me when I go. So hopefully whenever I end up going, guys, it's not like y'all are just going to see me there. You're going to see the girls that I go with and all that. Brian Atlas is his name on Instagram. Yeah, thank you, Michael.
Brian Atlas.
Yeah, Brian Atlas. But yeah, I would find him on Instagram at the whatever fucking Instagram. He probably has his name on there too.
I've heard of these guys.
Guys, also let me know in the comments what y'all thought. Let me know also if y'all want me to start doing fitness content, since I'm getting a little bit bigger and I'm getting actually really good at learning the workouts and like certain things. I'm thinking about doing fitness content. Let me know if y'all would be interested in that. I'm probably not going to do it. I'm just going to put it in my courses if y'all don't want it. But yeah, I'll see y'all later, guys. Thank you, Rob. I'll see you later, bro. Peace
Better,
out.
man. Thanks a lot.